Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and friends of all ages, welcome to CastleMac for a very special charity stream. We are raising funds for Safe House Nevada, and we're getting close to the $1,700 mark. This is a special one-shot with good friends of mine, special guest, Laugh Love Lindy. Why don't we go around the table and everybody introduce themselves. If you're watching CastleMac, you're probably familiar with them, but there's a chance you might not have seen this stream before because you found it through one of the special guest tweets. Or you're just on Twitch and it goes, these are the hottest looking role players in the world.
That's probably
seconded.
Mostly how we've been discovered.
The strongest arm and all the charm, we're bringing it back. So let's begin with, to my left, this odd fellow.
Wait, are we introducing our characters to or just us?
Let's first start with the players.
Okay.
We're gonna. I got something for the characters.
I don't know which is which.
I am talking.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Hi, talking. It's nice to meet you.
I'm talking.
Nice to have you.
I'm walking. I'm Raven at CastleMac Raven on Twitter.
What's your favorite color?
Man, all that build up for that.
Man, that got like a 2 on a 10. If I could give negative inspiration.
I also get to play with Grant every Monday, so I have an advantage here.
That's true. This is all that for you.
Yeah.
We're all hype.
I know.
She's like, I'm over this jerk.
If he starts doing this, he's about to kill us.
That's why I wear the shades.
Gotcha. Poker face.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
I'm CastleMac Lydia at CastleMac Lydia.
And we have pie.
Whoa. You had your chance.
This was my moment.
No, I'm sorry.
So my actual first name does not include the CastleMac. It's just Lydia.
Yeah, it's not on your
My favorite color is black. I'm 31 years old.
What's your social security number?
God, I'm really good at introducing myself. I never know what to say. Oh, Sean.
I'm okay. We're okay. We're fine.
Oh, was that a wrap?
That's enough out of you.
Okay.
Moving down to the far corner
All
of the table.
I'm CastleMac Steven at CastleMac Steven on Twitter. Yeah, that's all I need to say.
Oh,
Welcome.
That's it?
Shit,
Welcome.
Steven.
Yeah, but I just know I'm brevity. Would that it were so simple, friends.
I'm Laugh Love Lindy, and I get to play with Grant every Wednesday and every Thursday because we're pros and we both are addicted to RPGs, and it's great.
We're the
I'm
professional
hyped for
RPG
tonight.
league.
This is actually an intervention. We're not actually speaking.
That's what I thought it was.
The intervention
Can you
of
just have
Laugh
a
Love
seat for a
Lindy.
second?
I'm already sitting.
We have the camera crew that comes in to film. Like, no, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. It's fine. It's fine.
Sit down. Keep eating your Fritos.
We're part of the professional tabletop.
Yeah, we're clearly professionals here.
I practiced my introduction all day and I fucked it up.
It's the real bricks that give us.
I have mine written on my hand.
permanence.
Hello, sirs and madams.
Well, I am Sean.
Oh my
and you
God.
can find me at CastleMac Sean on
guy.
Twitter. Yeah. Mostly, we just game here. A ton times a week. More and more every
More
week.
and more every
That's right.
single
Like,
week.
we
Just
can't add
finding
another day.
myself
We should add another day.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to add another day. The gang adds another day.
Semi-regular Saturdays during
So,
the summer. Every Saturday during the summer.
That is a scary blob of things I sent to Steven. So a little bit about the charity. Safe House Nevada is an organization that provides relief and assistance for victims of domestic violence. And being a survivor of assault and abuse myself, I decided I would run 20 games of charity in 10 days for over 100 players. Sign-ups were open. Anyone could volunteer to play. And most of our donations have been small amounts from people all around the globe who really just want to help for a good cause. Every time we hit $100, we have a narrative impact on the game. We have been drawing from the Deck of Secrets, but since we're here at CastleMac, it feels right keeping the divine favor. I normally trust whatever mechanic Steven introduces into the game, even if it's his always crit hit mechanic, which he has never introduced. But the framework for the adventure tonight When I'm running a one-shot, I typically send a primer to the group. I didn't do it with CastleMac because they are pros, but we did talk a little bit on Twitter.
It's true.
And I sent a paragraph description to them where it always starts with that Matt Colville strong verb and then a framework. So I will read that now. Find who is inside the mysterious Rosewharn temple. A dilapidated building suddenly appeared a mile outside of Fairbrook, which is a village in my homebrew setting. Several townspeople who investigated the temple returned blind and insensate. The crew of CastleMac have accepted assignment as investigators to determine who or what is inside. Now we're going to go around and introduce characters, but here's how I'd like you to introduce your character. And we're going to go in reverse order. So starting with Sean, I'd like you to introduce your character and introduce them by introducing their morning routine. And for the purpose of this adventure, we're going to assume everybody's friends and have worked together on their past 3 adventures together. They kind of came together after the old band broke up. So they kind of formed this hodgepodge band of adventurers that seems to be doing pretty well. So go ahead and introduce your character to the audience and your morning routine.
Okay. Well, I'm Templeton Petitjean, also known as Temps to my friends. When I wake up, first thing I do, give myself a long stretch, look in the mirror, check my teeth, make sure that I'm well shaven, do a few finger crossbows, then I do the vocal exercises. Then I think through my favorite cons that I've ever had. Then I think about my best mate, Mex. Then I think about all the times Mex has messed up what are clearly my scams. And then I think, I'm gonna go grab Mex.
And with that, we're actually going to loop around. So when Max wakes up, how does normally that morning routine look?
Well, Maximilian P. Vrox doesn't ascribe to any rote in the morning. First, he has to get his bearings and remember which bed he's in for the evening, for he does do some traveling.
Not true.
It is true, shut up, Tim's. Then he will make a hasty retreat, make it home in time to trim his exquisite goatee, apply his wax to his hair, and before long Timps is knocking with some harebrained scheme.
Hairbrained.
I mean, yes, hair's a good thing though, clearly luxurious on the brain.
He provides the hair, but I provide the brains and the better hair.
No, nope, not true.
And
It's true.
Lindy, go ahead and introduce your character and their morning routine when they get up each day.
Alright, well, my name's Drexel, and I live in the alleyway next to Tim's house and Max's house. They live right next door to each other. It's adorable. I ship it real hard, but then, it's not a thing yet. It's not official, at least. So I crawl up from underneath the dumpster, and then I'll go, what can I steal from one of their houses today without them noticing? And so then I'll do that. That's why I usually get breakfast. When he goes to check on him, I'll go in and make myself a nice sandwich, and I'll eat it, and I'll leave and lock the doors behind me. It's
Is
fine.
that where my silver brushes isn't going?
That's why I never hit
I have no idea what they're talking about.
With my
and
rings
then
and
after that,
silver
I'll take a
brushes.
nice long walk, just around town, see what pockets I can pick, maybe. And then if anyone catches me, I'm like, oh, look, you dropped this. And then I'll run really fast the other direction before they can catch me. And yeah, I'll just wake up, maybe snitch a few things, spy on them, ship couples real odd. That's what I'll do.
That sounds like a dreadful existence.
It's
I also
fantastic.
can't believe I'm missing all that food.
You haven't noticed it this far.
And Lydia, go ahead and introduce us to your character and their morning routine.
I'm really ashamed that I haven't thought through my accent so good.
Now's your chance.
Just gonna do it on the fly.
Hungarian.
I don't know what a Hungarian accent would sound like. Anyways.
Nobody make eye contact. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna go normal and then I'll just get into my accent while we start. Okay, so I'm Beatrix. I am gonna wake up in the morning. I'm a beautiful elf in a beautiful palace. So I think
What makes you beautiful?
my elf ears.
You have beautiful ears.
Always.
Well sculpted.
Well sculpted, very pointy,
Nice canals.
adorned with some elf jewelry.
Symmetrical.
Yes, quite. If I wore glasses, they would sit on straight, no adjustment needed. So every morning, I think I wake up and I braid my hair, and I put on my beautiful elf clothes. And then I think about all the people I'm going to go meet that day. I'm going to write their names down.
We have our first donation of $10 from Ms. Misery.
Misery!
Closer. Every dollar brings us closer to $1,700, which would be an amazing achievement and accomplishment. I'm sorry, were you finished?
Yeah, I'm good.
And Raven, go ahead and describe your character's morning routine and who they are.
Well, I wake up and then I pick out the dirt from my toenails, and that way I can, clean my teeth. And I stretch out, and after I stretch, I make my way down the tree, and take a look in the pond a little bit, and then I go on a morning fly.
You fly each morning?
Well, of course.
Where do you fly to?
Just over the lakes.
What about the lakes is most interesting to you?
Probably looking at all the fish I could eat for breakfast.
You just swoop by close to the water, reach in and catch them.
That's also why I clean out my toenails. It makes the grabbing a little easier.
Without all the grit.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'd like to hear a little bit about the last adventure your party went on that brought you to Fairbrook. Now, Fairbrook is a smallish village. It's mostly run by a local vice-count. So it's a vice-county, which is a region of land. And the vice-count has 2 children. Had 2 children. One died a few adventures back. Thank you, party. But you weren't responsible. And its biggest trade is alchemical solutions that are made by the local apothecary, whose name is Cord. And you would have been on an adventure, and it would have taken you to Fairbrook. So tell me a little bit about. And so you're level 5. So if you played through the D&D starter set, something about the scale is the finale of the Lost Mines of Phandelver, Out of the Abyss up to Gracklestug. If you happen to go through the logical path. When he's like,
In the moment, it might seem logical, though.
they're still in the tavern. So
If we eat all these mushrooms, of course we'll get out of here.
So let's start with the Macalites. Macaleka hi, Mekahaini ho. That's the chant of the Macalites.
Nice.
Yes.
So Sean, why don't you tell me? Oh, stitched!
Wow.
$50 donation.
Yeah.
We are $5 away. $5 away
Nice.
from the goal.
And if you guys don't know, you can click the image down below. There's an image and a donate link, just in case you didn't see that.
I'll put it in chat as well.
Yeah. Hopefully I haven't blocked you from URLs. If not, I will too. If
I'm
you are
cool
not,
enough.
yeah, I'll make you a mod while we're here. Oh, oops, that's not,
Make me a mod.
that's not how to do it.
I'll make a mod out of you.
Oh my goodness.
Be a mod. With the band of a roaring. Sorry.
There we go. Well, as I recall, it was a heist gone wrong.
I wouldn't say that it went wrong.
Well,
It went a bit sideways.
we
It
didn't
went-
end up with what we were after.
We did.
But
We
There were a
after.
few slit throats, unfortunately.
That was unfortunate. Also, don't know why Drexel did it, because it wasn't
Yes, it
completely
was
necessary,
completely
and they were already
unnecessary.
dead. They
did
were
not
already
need to
gone.
die.
Did you steal the false chanterelle? Do you remember a one shot you played with me for cheer? Is that what you stole?
I mean, it was just sitting there on the wall. It was some other lady in there with an horrible accent. I was like, "You gotta stay in there." And I took a paint right off the wall.
And that's why it went sideways.
Who are you all to judge accents?
Well,
Dan Rand with the $5 donation, bringing us to $1,700. We're gonna get a divine favor,
Nice.
and I will let Steven explain how it works at this table.
Oh, yeah. So normally this is bits driven, but in this case, of course, it's donation driven. These are divine favor dice. This is essentially the viewers, who are the gods, subtly manipulating reality finding favor with the players. So this token the players can use to reroll any one die, or force Grant to reroll any one die. So we now have one divine favor token.
And we'd also like to thank CastleMac Raven for the $20 donation.
Oh, nice!
She just wants to
I
hear
didn't
her
even
name on
see that.
stream.
Yeah.
But it goes to a very good cause. So you stole the false chanterelle. So those of you who are watching these charity games, that painting will come up in a later adventure.
I may have stolen it the first time.
Yes.
It was a terrible accident.
Yes. And if you're familiar with the OSR game and
That's why I don't
award-winning
play
adventure,
Princess
The Maze of the
anymore.
Blue Medusa, you've stolen that painting.
But as I recall, it was Beatrix who got us an audience in the first place. Wasn't that right, darling?
Well, Lady Luck was on my side.
I will say, Maxie, I'm glad that we're no longer rivals with Beatrix because she took a lot of jobs from us. I probably took an equal amount from you.
Maybe more.
Probably more, but
I think it was
now
a trade up for her from her previous partners.
Yeah.
I
who,
believe I've heard-
again, we were not the cause of their demise.
This group is full of lies. I don't know why I have them around.
Because we're so charming, darling.
Charming.
If I recall, I did save your life once or twice, too.
That's true, Uncle.
I sort your recyclables for you.
You what?
Sort your recyclables for you. You know, I'll go through the garbage.
But you
Recycles.
ate half of them.
I mean, that's
Waste not, what not?
I mean,
And
Who am I to
Rorik
judge
ate the
that?
other half.
it is what I've thrown out.
Rorik turned into a goat and ate things that aren't even edible, to be honest.
Anything is edible if you try, actually.
No,
So we'll be-
Yep.
No, that's
I have nothing to argue with there.
It goes there.
So, Eleanor Willowmane, the sheriff of town, has appointed the lot of you to essentially be deputies in town. How did you trick her into this? Because looking at your group, it's like you've been deputized, but you're obviously a little, harebrained schemes.
There was no trickery involved, darling.
Not one
She
bit.
clearly came to the most capable individuals.
I'm Steve's darling now, and I hope this game never ends.
Everyone's my darling, darling.
That's what I learned on Scrapkiss's channel. He goes, "Oh, it's just an expression, my love. We call everyone love out here." It was like,
You're like,
The whole time we were being deputized, I kept smacking Maxie. Maxie.
Yeah.
No. Do you see what's happening? Do you see what's happening?
I know. Shut up. Yes.
So you have been charged with investigating a temple that seemingly appeared out of nowhere, and 3 people came back from the temple. 2 of them were completely blind. How would you like to approach this investigation? So you've been charged with finding who or what is running the temple. There are a few facts to be considered about the investigation, but I'll leave it to you to decide how you want to approach it. So you're in the village of Fairbrook. Some persons of interest are the Old Grey Cloak. He essentially runs Grey Cloak's grocers. That's where most of the people buy food and supplies. There's Cord the Apothecary. There's Tobias the barkeep.
Yep, the never knew.
Never knew. Yep.
And Tobias the Never Knew. There is, of course, Eleanor Willowmane, the sheriff of the town. There is also a few people that you may not be familiar with over at the Red Lantern, which is a special inn in town.
what kind of special inn in town?
There's not much sleeping that goes on over there.
I'm very familiar.
I like it. I mean,
Well, I think I'll wake up in their alleyway.
people, who don't sleep talk more.
Is that where your brain's gone?
No, of course. I mean, that's where the gold's go.
Makes a lot of sense.
If that's your thing, then have at it.
Oh, we do.
So here's a couple of options. You can question people in town, either people that live there and may have seen the events that happened before. You can go straightway to the temple, or you can question the survivors. Which do you do? It's like, we know there's a brothel in town now. That's where we're going. And Grant runs the brothel dungeon crawl.
For charity.
You know, as much as I'd like to go back to the brothel, I think, talking to the survivors,
Maybe we should take the survivors to the brothel.
loose those lips.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, Knavish of you, Drexel.
You know me.
Would Beatrix go for that?
A brothel.
I mean, it's not like it's sworn to celibacy, right?
Oh no.
Didn't have to say it like that.
No, I mean, that's the question.
Well, now we know.
I am an acolyte of thy lady, but I know what happens in the world.
Now I'm thinking she doesn't.
What about you, Rorik? Are you still even able to perform?
Perform?
I mean, he probably got some, herbs or something.
Yeah, but he also likes to turn into animals. Maybe he swings more that way.
Oh,
No,
never thought of that.
no judgment. To each their own, darling. Enjoy your vices, I say.
I have no vices, but this basil I can't get enough of.
This stream is brought to you by basil-flavored red vines. They're magically delicious.
Hi.
Legal does require that we remind you
We are not sponsored.
absolutely not
FCC regulations.
Our team of lawyers, the CastleMac lawyers, who were just on the other side of this brick wall. they're listening.
I hold down.
Their office is behind the courtyard.
I would like to remind Red Vines we have been in talks with Twizzlers.
Mhm.
They're really
We're
putting
horse
some good
racing
stuff
right
out
now.
there.
Twizzlers have really been hot on our tails, trying to, but you know.
But we're holding
We're
out
holding
for
out.
you.
So you're headed towards to the brothel, and you want to take the survivors there.
Yes.
All right.
I'm going to turn into a cat.
It's perfect therapy.
You are now a cat. The survivors, much to your surprise, are already there. But they're just resting on some couches in the lower lounge.
It's a very restful place. Sometimes.
Yeah. Madame Tabaxi's there. She's a heavier set, rotund, catfolk person. She's still very agile. She knows how to work that tail. And she's there and has a pair of young women who are essentially fanning a young woman and a young man who appears to have gaping holes where their eyes used to be. And they're reclining on the couch. What do you do?
Do they seem like they're in pain?
Yes.
Okay.
For multiple reasons. It doesn't look like their faces are bothering them as much as something else.
I'm going to walk over there and kind of do the purr, purr around their legs and see if they're okay with a cat being near them.
Kind of tremble. Who's? We told you not to have the ladies touch us. And then the girl's like, it's okay if the ladies touch us. And there seems to be some disagreement.
I'll jump up on the one that said it's okay. On the
All
left.
right, yeah.
Me
She
too.
kind of grabs you in your cat spots and starts giving you some good rubs.
I'm going to sniff around the eye area.
Ooh, make a perception check with advantage.
Nice. Oh, hey, thanks, Utilitas, Devin.
I actually have to roll dice in this game. I forgot. that was the thing we do today. How's a 24? A nat 24 look.
First roll of the game
First roll of the
was
game.
a crit.
Did a little lick
Statistically,
to
it's
the cat's
downhill
up.
from here.
Yeah.
Um,
I know everything about the game.
Okay, so you look. It looks like inside. There are many insect bites as you get in, and the smell. There's kind of this pungent old medicine smell inside their eye sockets. Diseased vapor, almost circulating through their skulls. And as you're sniffing, she goes, and she kind of clings you close, and she's kind of trembling a little.
I'm
as you
gonna
get too close. Yeah, she starts to relax.
I'm gonna slide right in. She's climbing on. I said I was climbing on too. So I'm
Okay,
gonna
yes.
sit next and do like the arm around. Hello, love.
Hello.
How you doing today? You doing all right? Hanging in there?
Yeah.
Look like you had a rough day. Tell me about it. And I'll just start like giving her a little shoulder rub.
Tims, pay attention.
We went
Distracted.
to the temple, and they saw us. The eyes, they saw us. All the eyes saw us.
What kind of eyes? Like cute floating eyeballs?
Many of them. Dozens, hundreds, if not thousands.
All right. That is definitely a lot of eyes.
They swarmed us, and then they took our eyes from us and sent us from the temple, mocking, laughing, scolding, hating. And then the dark things came.
The dark things.
The dark things. They stabbed us, poisoned. Emilio can barely even talk anymore. I barely can even talk anymore.
I would take both of their hands and I would offer a prayer of healing. I would say, if you put your trust in me, Lady Luck can too be on your side.
They start moaning kind of uncontrollably. Just, oh, we believe in Lady Luck. We believe in her. We believe in her. Why aren't we better? Why aren't we better? And they just start, like, they're going frantic. Now, the cat seems to be calming them down. What do the two of you do? You're like, we've been upstairs for the fight.
I have an ear for deceit from my inquisitive rogue, so I am trying to do an insight check.
You don't need to. You know they're telling the truth. I assume passively you probably have high enough scores to tell that they are telling the truth.
I will lean over to Maxie.
What?
They're telling the truth. Absolutely.
Of course they're telling the truth. It's clear that they're not trying to deceive us. Thank you.
Yeah, man, but
thank you, Tims.
like 100 pairs of eyes and dark things. No, come on, they could have been a lie. Also, though, they seem desperate. What if we told them we could sell them other eyes? Oh, too much? Too far? Okay. Too far?
Yes.
Too
yes, you're
soon.
right. Too far.
But after.
Yes. Later they will. Yes. Good thinking, Tims. I think I'm mostly just watching with his arms crossed, but I think he will try to help calm them down, just with prestidigitation, minor illusion, making comforting sounds, assisting the cat.
Yeah,
but nothing
yeah.
material. I mean, they're already surrounded by
kinda
4
like
people,
this,
4 creatures.
That wavelength that you play at night. To
Yeah,
try to get away from
white
everything.
noise.
Yeah, you got this little white noise
White
thing.
noise fans right here. We got it cranked. It's like, like -1 decibels cranking through the house.
We do got
I
a lot
like
of white noise.
blue noise better.
That is.
Get out. Get out.
I like the remix of Blue Noise.
I liked it before it was even a thing.
We
liked
we
its
have the
demos.
white noise mixtapes.
Yeah, we have the demos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hipster
Before
baby
Before it sold out
they
to
sold
blue.
out.
Yeah, actually, I have it on vinyl and it's bubblegum pink and it was limited.
Yeah,
press.
marble vinyl.
1 of 15.
Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Test press.
Like,
I
Signed
poured
by
the
the
wax.
Peaches album.
We totally derailed.
Yeah.
You're doing soothing noises, and they're starting to relax. They're starting to calm down. The kitty is essentially put them down, and Madame Tabaxi kind of looks around. And she's kind of eyeballing you. She's like, "Is there anything else you're doing here?"
I mean,
As you will remember, we were recently deputized. This is actually official business. So if it's all the same, we'll continue discussing this with your patrons. I'm sure we'll spend plenty of coin at your establishment once we finish up with our official business.
right, just because we're the law doesn't mean we don't have a good time. Or
You're the law. She's laughing.
we're deputies. We're
Yeah,
deputies.
Deputies.
He would be doing the try to keep a straight face, he's
Yes.
talking just like,
Yeah. Do these people have anything valuable on them?
The two that you're all cuddly with?
Yeah.
No.
The victims.
Yeah.
don't rob
The poor
victims.
commoners that are willing to go to a temple and investigate and have their eyes plucked, they had nothing in their lives. They're like,
Right,
good,
you
a
know-
day's work and 2 meals, and like,
You just gotta ask.
Yeah, Drexel's just like, yeah, that sounds bad.
It's It's what horrible it is. Let me give you all the comfort I can provide.
Well, Madam Tabaxi, as I've spent a pretty hefty sum of my gold here, anything else you can tell us? Strange happenings? Maybe some strangers coming in? Maybe some people taking out the eyes of some of the,
None of that,
employees?
except if they're into it.
Right.
There was a blue light that pierced the sky about 3 nights ago.
Coming from the temple.
That direction, I assume. And it filled the sky, bright, azure, almost like a lapis lazuli. It was quite wondrous. And then the next morning, the sheriff sent some cell swords to go down there, except he didn't have swords.
Should have sent his deputies.
Right. Not cell swords, but deputies. That's one higher.
You get what you pay for in
Yeah,
general.
maybe pretty much.
Exactly. That's why you always go union.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what we need. A union.
I like the way you think
We can
sometimes.
Do a cat sneeze.
Fraternal Order of Deputies.
And your
The
tongue is
Fairbrook.
still sticking out.
Now
You
look,
can't do
everyone,
that.
we're accepting dues currently for the deputies union.
Beatrix, Timps and I were just discussing, and we could discuss it later, of course, but we could protect ourselves and our livelihood by forming a more perfect union. We can discuss it later, I'm sure you'll be into it. Well, should we be off then?
Right. Would rather not lose my eyes. To
We
be
should
honest.
all get blindfolds or goggles.
Goggles.
Goggles. You know, fancy things you see some gnomes like wearing sometimes. Keep like the dust out your eyes.
It could mess up my hair.
Madame Tabaxi's like, gnomes don't exist.
Gnomes that, well, I had a drought. Maybe it was the mushrooms I had the other day. There's these little things with red caps and they stood in front of people's yards.
That sounds fascinating.
It was.
Drexel?
It was really good. I stole them all.
Drexel, you do, in fact.
As you're throwing up on the blind woman, she's like, oh no, oh no. She's like holding it by your scruff and like projectile.
Oh, well, I think that's our cue to exit. I'm gonna pick up Uncle Rorik. Come here, kitty.
Hold on 1 second. So this is my daughter, who is 7. She looks very sad that I haven't.
You're smelling like garbage, a problem.
Only if you want to be around people.
I don't think we have time for a shower, so
Probably not.
if it's raining that'll do something, but aside from that,
So, with that, after the projectile vomiting, what does the party do then? Now that Tabaxi has told you all that she knows, you're able to tell that she has been honest in what she saw, and she's even slipped you guys a few coins to.
instead of coins, because apparently I smell like garbage.
She has blindfolds too, and she'll give you a bath.
Okay, yeah.
Her Tabaxi tongue.
Alright. I don't think the clothes are clean, so if I can just tell
Someone
someone,
clip this.
Too scratchy, though.
take a bath, some lingerie, and a blindfold, and I'm set.
You're set.
Alright.
She also gives teddies to you and you. Sorry.
Ready?
And
Ready to
me.
go?
Like, this is ridiculous.
No?
Yeah,
So you don't have anything to
what would I do with this?
I'm wearing it right now. Let's go!
I do have trouble fitting into things that are not custom made.
Fucking hell.
You know what?
About anything work.
We're gonna have the tailor make us something for you, and it's gonna be so nice. You wait.
I cannot wait.
Is there a Mr. or Madam Elf
Do
at
you need
home?
my measurements?
Oh, I know them.
That is a weird thing to
Keen
say.
senses.
She gave you an ocular pat down.
I see.
I'll do it all the time.
You notice there was like a little halfling that had been measuring you around.
I didn't even notice.
You didn't even notice. Sly hands.
Got a bit handsy when he was measuring me.
Check for oil.
I don't hate it.
I didn't say stop. Shall we move on?
Yeah, I'm gonna be saying, I'm gonna take a little bit of time saying goodbyes to everybody that I know in there. Like, oh, Eleanor, hello. Good night. Oh, hello, Bruno. Yep. Back here again, you sly dog. And continue to make my way out after a lot of pats on the shoulder and shaking hands.
I really think blue's my colour.
It's nice from the, slimy brown.
Yeah. Look, I got a bath. I have new digs. I'm ready to go. And
Still.
blindfolds.
A hint of garbage in the under. It's better.
I think it's just called musk.
And Rorik seems to have hacked out all the hairballs. Oh, no, he's going again. He's going again. I was completely wrong.
Is there anything you want to do in town before you set off for the temple? You were able to get 4 blindfolds from the Red Lantern.
5.
4. You didn't all get them. She didn't have that many.
I don't need a blindfold.
I won't wear one. It would. Well, you can see for yourself.
Not your kink. I mean, say.
I'm gonna hold on to one just in case.
If there are no other supplies or preparations you'd like to make, you are free to make way for the temple. It is at the foot of the Elder Mount, which is the highest mountain on this continent. And I actually believe you guys as dwarves went there last one shot.
Oh yeah, we did.
But you went up into the Elder Mounts and went to the Everforge. This temple just kind of appeared out of nowhere, just in the forest beneath it. You know that forest, there was a statue, or at least your other characters did.
Yeah.
These characters know the way there very well.
I would like to go to, real quick, we could go to Cord Alchemical and requisition something to help us. We are the law.
We don't have to pay for it.
I'm
It's
a
the
deputy.
most important
Don't
thing.
need to pay for it.
How
Yes.
much time has passed since we walked out of the door of that place?
How long has it been?
Just a few minutes.
If we need to use non-linear time to do something, just tell me.
I'm just gonna assume that we took a short rest.
You're not getting spell slots back.
I'm just trying to get my wild shape back.
Nah. It hasn't been that long. However, probably by the end of this little scene, we can say that you got it.
Okay.
If you're just hanging out being a cat and that sort of thing, it'll come back.
Oh, well, I was also going to throw in there, if that's the case, I'm probably going to come out of wild shape and tell them what I found out about the eyes.
Okay. That works. So she relays the information. So you were going to the apothecary, Cords?
Yes.
Yes, you're there, and when he sees you, he's like, hello, guys.
Cords! Dear friend!
And he's like motioning for you to come and tie him up so you guys can take what you need. He's like, look, I can't just give it away. I've got to look like I got robbed. And it wasn't you guys. It was gnomes.
I was just merely going to ask
Alright,
about that
I've got
violin.
this. I put the blindfold over him. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
I'll whisper to him. I'll say, a copper to the lady returns tenfold in gold.
Copper to the
Nice.
I got that fortune cookie last week. Yeah.
Typical Cord.
He would wink if he wasn't blindfolded.
Yeah.
Cord, as always,
you
you're
saw
so
nothing.
helpful.
Yeah, you're able to scrounge up a potion of invisibility, 2 healing potions, a potion of all your teeth fall out. That's the worst potion. Got it on a random table. And there's also an alchemist fire. So
Invisibility, 2 healing.
Alchemist.
Teeth fall out. Well,
Give that to someone.
it's so fun to trick people to
here
drink
you
it.
go, Tim's.
I'll take that.
Of course.
Yes.
You mind flight.
Do the simple thing.
I do the thing where
Mate!
My teeth is loose.
I'll do the thing where I hold it in my bra.
The vial.
I can try to trade this later.
I like how you think.
That's why she's with us.
Men
Why am I with you
men will
guys?
always buy something you take from your bra.
It's true.
Well.
It is true.
Do you think we could dress like ladies?
I think a scam is in the works.
I think so.
And as we're getting ready to leave him, I take the blindfold off and I'm like, you saw nothing.
He's like, I literally didn't.
Thank you
That's the
again,
beauty of it,
Nicole.
mate.
We know having a friend such as you is so valuable.
He wins. Yes. With that, I assume the party makes way to the temple.
Yeah, I wear my blindfold like a headband so I can just whoosh, whip it down if I need to.
Not me. I put some
Rest
extra
on your eyebrows.
I put extra Dapper Dan.
I'm gonna take one and fashion a pair of underwear for myself.
in your cat form, so you're like a little cat with a diaper.
No, I'm in my Hewid.
Woman.
Hewid. I'm in my Hewid form.
I'm in my human form.
So the outside of the temple, it's quite beautiful. It looks like it's been taken care of to some extent.
But you said it was like brand new, right? It like mysteriously got there.
Yeah, it just appeared there. In fact, it clearly, no one would ever build a building in this spot. The ground is mushy. It's close to a sinkhole. And it's just sort of there. And on the outside, there are many engravings of these all-seeing eyes. You know it. You're a cleric? Always.
What else?
Except when you're-
Is there another class?
I've been a sorcerer before.
Yeah, that's my second choice.
And Warlock is your tertiary. But yeah, cleric.
I'll let you make a religion check if you think you can discern. You've done studying.
I think Lady Luck would.
Oh, I'm
Oh.
sagely and studied.
Are you sagely and studied in man-made religions or more like nature beliefs?
Man-made religions.
Okay.
So I got a 12.
But you're a druid?
It fits in my thing.
I'll let her roll with advantage. You're both putting your brains together. What did you get?
Oh, so am I rolling with advantage?
You might
Yes.
get a crit.
Okay, so I got an 18.
All right, so with your 18, you know that this is the emblem of the goddess Sanvi, known as the all-seeing eye. This appears to be a temple of Sanvi, which has appeared out of nowhere. You don't know much else about her religion. You recall it went out.
Would I know like what alignment it was?
Neutral.
Neutral.
Just neutral.
Okay. I think that this is a temple to what was it?
Sanvi.
Sanvi.
Were they one of those religions that was wealthy?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
But
Knowledge is the greatest treasure of all.
Yeah.
you must
I'm
be careful because she is the all-seeing eye.
Okay.
I'm going to ear for deceit on if you knew that was actually wealthy.
So the DC is going to be, what's your deception?
You got it
It's a
too.
fail.
No, no, no.
Oh.
That's my thing. I treat that as an 8.
Degrees of failure. So,
So that's a 15.
okay, so it's a 15?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what's 10 plus your deception modifier? Which is a charisma-based skill.
14.
So he beats it. She's not that far off, though. Like, even though she was winging it, you could tell there was a hint of honesty in her voice. And it may be that she was mixing it up with other faiths.
Love. What religion is not founded on money?
She's got a point.
That's a good point.
What, Dad?
She
That's
is
a good
quite
point.
intelligent.
I will say
Orcus! Sorry.
she was 100% winging that, but at the same time, I do think she's telling the truth.
Excuse me, I never wing anything.
She's like one of those
But
savants.
she is
Winging
intelligent. You're great, you're
Wing?
smart, you're not good at deception.
Do you need me to make my wings happen again?
No, Uncle.
Maybe not right now.
No. Just no.
Oh, well, let me know if you need me, I guess.
Especially the mid-change when it's like half man naked, half beast.
Yes.
I've had nightmares.
That's why I fashioned this undergarment out of the eye
Thank
things
you,
you
Uncle.
gave me.
Just if you could.
You need another pot.
That was like a week-old can of sardines.
That's only the belt part. It's the bit that goes between.
What about the part on the
Nope, that's not
so saggy.
fully fashioned.
So saggy.
I don't even understand how there's wrinkles in those spots.
helps with
It's like
my
bed sheets
agility.
hung up wet.
Some of us have wings in other places, okay?
Oh, fucking hell.
So there is a large. What's that?
We're heroes.
We're deputies.
Your deputies.
Yeah, we're not heroes. We're deputies.
We're officially heroes.
The deputies of CastleMac. I love it. Warrens of Fairbrook, a CastleMac adventure. So there is a large, beautifully carved door made of what looks to be wood, facing you on the temple, and there is a large eye carved into it, which also represents the all-seeing eye that appears to be laced with silver and gold and bronze.
Well, statistically speaking, Rorik, my dear friend, you should probably enter first because, well, if you lost your eyes, it would be the least amount of time
For them to grow
for
back.
any one of us to be blind. Because
I would laugh.
because your death is impending, is what I mean.
I'm going to turn into a giant spider.
Oh, that was very smart. Spiders have 8 eyes.
That's true, you got more eyes to butter with.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, if you lose 2 at a time.
Yeah, you got like 6 shots before you just down to 2. Yeah, I'm glad you agree.
And still,
You're
I
a
think
spider.
you should go first. I think I preferred the weird underwear better than that, but
I think it was a very smart decision. So many eyes.
Yeah, real smart.
That's why we have Uncle Rorik here. Master of Wilderness.
Master of eyes.
and by far the most brave of us all.
Absolutely the most
So brave.
Valiant. Yeah, I know, you're so humble too.
Like ooze dripping off my
Just venom.
Are you going to try to
I'll
spider
kind
open
of
the door?
close the door and not look at it. Just try to open it for Rorik to go through.
Okay.
What, as you open the door, I'm like, that is real gold, real silver.
Yeah, I'm thinking we chiseled it on the way out.
I think I already would have daggered a little, like, yeah, it could come off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A copper to the lady.
Just the copper, the silver and gold tiles, mate.
So you're
black.
able to get the door open, just kind of sheepishly, and it opens, and the giant spider may go inside. You see through your segmented eyes that there is a massive dining room table with a beautiful feast. It's just this magnificent spread that is laid across the table. It's hams and cheeses and wines and sausages, and there is a large duck that has been very carefully prepared, and vegan options as well.
They knew she was coming.
Hot rocks. It's the vegan option. Yes. So there is. Yeah. There's bean paste and hummus and stuff. Yes, you see that on the table, and there's also 2 large statues. The statues appear to be of weeping women who have 4 legs, but they're not like horse-shaped. They're kind of coming out. They just happen to have 2 sets of legs.
Are they wearing pants?
Yes.
Oh.
How?
4-legged pants.
4 pant legs.
Let's draw it out.
Imagine upside down Goro from Mortal Kombat. Just
All right.
rah.
I like
Nobody beats Sub-Zero.
I'd like to see that.
Did you all fall behind me?
Currently, they're behind
I
you.
think so.
Go ahead and establish a marching order. So,
I'll be in
more or
the
less, who's in the
leads.
back, who's in the middle, who's in front. So,
I'll be in the leads.
okay.
I'll take the rear. Because of my ranged
Habits.
abilities. That too. Though I'm not picky.
I'll go second. so that I can hide
To
behind Rorik.
rest.
I'll go third then.
Second to last.
So on the
All I'm saying is if something does happen and they lose their eyes, we could still get
That's
out.
right. I'll be second to last.
Right, I'll be second then.
so there's this beautiful spread on the table, and the statues on the south end of the hallway, more towards the eastern side. There is a door that looks like it has been cracked open, and it is dark within. This room is lit by torches. Smells amazing, hence the food. And there are also 2 doors on the western wall.
Beatrix, finding food like this, it is strange, but in your estimation, could we eat some of it?
Of course.
Tim's, what's your take on what she just said to me?
That's a 27.
So this is really funny because my personality trait is I lie about almost everything, even if there's no good reason to.
Which is exactly why, I would just look at you.
So I know that doesn't reveal the answer. It'd be like, mate, she has no idea. She has no idea. Do not touch that food.
Beatrix, please. You know Tim's can read people. He can't actually read, but he can read people.
Well, I can read, and I can read well in several languages.
I'm not even gonna bother.
Alright, I suppose I won't eat any of the food then. Well, shall we continue on? Rorik, you're doing an excellent job, Rorik. You really, truly are our fearless leader.
I'm gonna take one of my spider legs and like gently brush it along his lip and your lips
Like a
to
big
be like,
claw.
shut up.
So, were you going to toy with the food on the table or open one of the doors?
Open a door.
Which one? So there's 2 on the west wall, door 1 and door 2.
Do
There's
they all
also one that's kind of open on the south wall.
Do they all look the same?
They're all made out of wood, and they have this similar handles, almost as if they were made by the same man.
Oh, okay. Handy. The one that's partially open, is the room on the other side, is it lit?
No. It's only from the light that's coming from this room and the torches. It's dark.
The torch is able to be taken off the wall.
You could probably get one if you tried.
We have dark vision though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we do have dark vision.
you're a
I'm not a
half-elf.
human.
Half elf.
Oh my
dude.
god.
Yeah, we don't live like humans,
I
so
know.
it is, you have to be mindful of that fact that I don't have to worry about a light source.
God.
If it's considered
Well,
dim light, you
These are
it might be
half elves, am I
disadvantage on
right?
perception checks.
True.
And
I have blind
colors.
sight.
You're gonna walk through that Night's Bane poison like the Venture Maidens did. Yeah, we'll pitch our camps up here. We all have dark vision.
Nice.
No, you guys are pretty good. Yeah, it's not lit in there.
That's
It is-
fine. I'll go up and I'll peek in.
Okay, as you peek your head in, I need you to make a dexterity save. No. You notice it's a kitchen. It looks like food had been prepared here recently, but they did a good job of cleaning up. And the stoves have not been lit, nor anything in here. Most dishes are clean. What else do you do? Do you step inside?
Yeah.
Right. So she walks in alone.
follow.
Hurt. You follow. So we have 2 people in. There is,
Stay back a bit, Tim.
as you step into the room, you notice behind the kitchen there is a curtain that has been drawn. Now, what do you do?
The curtain was drawn.
It's closed.
It's okay. Is it moving?
Allow me, darling. I'll use Mage Hand.
Okay, you
Grab
open
the
it up.
curtain and open it.
You see kind of a long hallway. It's about as wide as the courtyard of CastleMac. So
Which is 100 feet for those of you back home. It's
Yeah,
really
it's
quite
really
massive.
huge. It's
Yeah.
big.
it's amazing. You know, there's those people playing D&D in a castle. They haven't been to a real castle.
Right.
Not living here.
Bunch of nerds. Sorry to my friends who are there.
I am gonna build some lockers in the hallway and just start shoving people in them. That's what I'm doing.
Nice. Knocking people's books out of their hands.
In the center of this long hallway, and this room is lit by torches, just as the other ones were, there is a large altar that goes up kind of on a dais, and there is a purple crystal ball sitting on top of the altar. It's not glowing or anything, it's just sitting there.
I will take one of the torches down. Just because I don't even
Might as
have a
well,
weapon.
right?
So he'll hold a torch.
I'll go up and inspect the, what'd you call it, a globe?
Yeah, you notice as you get closer, it is sitting above, and as you look down under it, it indents about a foot into the stone, and there is a pool of water that is lavender in color, similar to the purple ball. It has no smell. And it is perfectly still.
You should probably touch it, Beatrix.
It should be fine, Beatrice.
This is water.
Why don't you touch it?
Well, you were the one up
I read
there.
about this in a book once, and it was very dangerous. So you should touch it.
Did you read about that in a book?
Well, I'm not sure, but if it was dangerous, then I definitely don't want to touch it.
There's also another curtain all the way down at the end of the south wall where the wall ends.
Right, well, I'm looking for silver in the kitchen.
You do find about 16 forks, 16 knives, but only 15 spoons. Someone must have pocketed one.
Well, I could just sell it as like a 15-piece set. 16 pieces.
As she fills up her pants with silverware.
I want to take one of my daggers and just kind of like touch the
Hey,
orb
here's a
with it.
spoon.
Thank
You can get the water.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Where'd you get that spoon?
The water kind of circles around. It's very inviting liquid. And it just kind of pleasantly, you notice there's almost like glittery sparkles that kind of come up out of it.
Does it smell like anything?
It has no smell.
Give it a little taste, perhaps.
That is a stupid idea. You taste it.
Drex, you're always tasting weird things. I saw you in
That's
the
true. I have
Lick
seen-
everything.
Lick, that's right. I am not playing as Lick now.
Lick all the
I
things.
gotta lick all the things.
Why don't you give it a taste, Drex?
Alright,
Just to
fine.
see.
I will. And I'll just be like, I'll take my spoon back.
You can have it. I have nicer spoons.
You now have a passive perception of 25.
What? It's alright.
It's alright.
And you're like, her pupils are like big. Just big anime eyes.
What did it taste like?
Water.
Tastes like water.
Do you feel hydrated?
I do.
That's nice.
I'm gonna, yeah, she's alright. I'm gonna try to drink.
Alright, you drink some and then your eyes kind of do the same thing. They feel real watery though, as you drink it. Real, fluid. And your passive perception goes up to 25.
Just two giant
You
people.
stare into each other's souls.
You're staring at, and you see each other's eyes like twitching.
That was intense.
I feel like I know her entire life now.
Likewise. That thing you did that one time?
No,
With that one
stop
guy?
it.
Oh.
Stop it.
Well, I'm going to drink.
Does he know?
Yep, your passive perception now goes up to 25 as well.
Guys,
Anyone who drinks it does go up there.
you should check it out. Roar it. Just get a little.
Are spiders even like?
You're scared of the water.
Yeah.
They get it through bug juices.
Oh, I'm going to sink my teeth gently into one of their arms to see if I can absorb somewhat
You're going to pierce them with your giant spider fangs?
yeah.
Thanks, old love. Not me.
I
Which one looks
run
the
faster than you.
plumpest?
It ain't me.
What's your strength modifier?
Me?
Her.
Oh my god, I'm about to kill one of you. +2.
Okay, do you let her bite you?
No.
Alright, she evades. You'd have to catch her and attack her.
I'll do it now.
Just slowly trying to be like, But no.
I'm going 120 feet in 6 seconds. You don't want to try and chase me.
I'm good on the water.
I'll carry a spoonful of it in case you come back.
Should we continue moving? We could drink or not drink all day long.
Should you go back the way you came, or do you go forward through the curtain?
I mean,
on the
there's
far
another
wall?
curtain.
You mage hand it open.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait until they're all turned around and then I'm gonna drink.
Float to the ceiling like Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Fizzy lifting drink.
I see her in the reflection of the spoon and
Our passive perceptions are all 25.
Yeah, you can't hide from us. In fact, we all hear like.
Yeah, they catch you. They catch you mid spoon as it clinks.
We
on
just
your
hear
teeth.
the wet like from your lips as you drink it. It's echoing.
The gulp.
Yeah, your passive perception goes up to 25. You can see forever. And as the curtain opens, it's kind of a rectangular room. The floor is dingy, hasn't been swept in a long time. There is nothing of interest at all. Except
place.
you notice, as you turn, you can see the outline of where a door would be. Most likely a secret.
Well, I'm sure you can all see that.
Yeah.
I saw it yesterday.
Maybe we should
That does make
rethink them
sense.
union dues.
Well, there's no one going to open it then. I'll mage hand push on it.
All right. It pushes in and it slides, and you notice another long corridor. There are beams of light bouncing through this room. There are eyes reflecting beams of light through the hallway, and it looks like it would be a ways to go before you can get to a doorway at the far end.
Are the beams of light moving, like the eyeballs are moving, or are they just like
Just
laser
the light,
beams?
laser beams.
Okay.
I think like a spy movie. This is the
Okay.
trap.
Could you walk between the beams?
You could try.
Oh my god, you gonna fucking like
Catherine Zeta-Jones?
yeah,
Yes.
Mission Impossible?
Yes.
So
What would you be using? Dex or?
I'll put it this way. You try. You describe to me your action. I'll tell you what to roll.
All right.
So it's long. The room's about 10 feet wide.
Beams are coming from everywhere.
How long?
They're
is
moving. It's hard. Oh, I'd say a good 60, 70 feet.
it? Okay.
And are they coming down from the ceiling too?
Nope, they're just bouncing from wall to wall.
Oh, I'm gonna get up to the ceiling.
Okay, you crawl up to the ceiling, and you are not going to touch any of them.
I wouldn't touch any of them?
No, you're too high.
Okay.
And we have to get through these laser beams.
Yes.
Well,
Hey, do you remember on Yoga Bagaba that lady that was like a laser beam? That's what was in my head right now.
So
I'd like to try to throw a dagger through one of them. One of the
The
laser
beam?
Yes.
Okay, so you throw the dagger through the beam, and you notice the dagger's blade essentially evaporates. And the handle lands.
good thinking, Timps. Now that you've seen that, find us a way through.
How much can a giant spider carry? Like, what's my carrying capacity?
You'd have to look up the carrying capacity rules in the player's handbook, and then do the math to calculate it. If you're going to try to carry a party member, you could try to have them defy the laws of gravity and cling on. There'd probably be a check to go that far.
Probably web them to my back or something.
just
Well, that'd be great. Then they're
We just
webbed.
right on your
Yeah.
stomach, and then we just rest.
Yeah, we'll hug, and then you climb up, and
You're
we'll
not
be,
all going to fit.
We'll be hugging
One
your
at a
little
time.
soft spider belly.
You're going to one at a time carry them across? I'd allow that.
Yeah.
It's ingenuity.
If Uncle will do it.
And award you guys a point of inspiration each for the creative problem solving.
I wish I could find the carrying capacity on.
If you do them one at a time, you should be able to.
Okay.
Tight. I'll go first.
I grab.
That.
I don't even know
I
anyone's
think it's
character
5
names
times your
tonight.
strength.
Beatrix.
Beatrix and what's everyone's character's name?
Drexel.
Maximilian P. Frox. You can call me Max.
Max. Okay.
Drexel to Tim's.
Whatever. Carry them all across. I don't even pick whoever's the closest.
I'll go first.
Since you're large, especially, yeah, your carrying capacity is very
Oh,
high.
yeah.
You could probably take 2 at a time. Their strength 16 and large, so it's like 8 times.
Yeah, like you're fine. You can do the trips.
Okay.
And you
I'll
hold
do
your
it.
point of inspiration. You do that and you avoid the beams. And you get to the door at the other side. That's good creative problem solving.
Nice.
Wait,
Um,
I get an inspiration,
all of you do.
and I get everyone.
Boy. Inspiration. You're my inspiration.
Why is it that every time Grant and Lindy come over to play, that song comes up?
It does, you're right.
Dungeon inspiration.
Keyword.
That was spot on.
You guys like that?
Need
gonna
a giant
record it.
spider in my life. Dungeon inspiration.
Grant is not amused.
Grant's actually,
Sorry,
right now
I got to
he's
the next
sending an
room.
email. He's like, I'm at CastleMac. I hate these people.
He's actually emailing his contacts at Sony Music right now.
I want you to take this stream down. I want Phil Collins to get reimbursed for all the bits that they got. Thank you.
Some salties.
Yes. There's some strange words in the next room. So this room is a long hallway going from north to south. You were just going from east to west, or south to north. And lined up in the room are about a dozen crystal statues that almost seem like they're floating in the air. They're on very small pedestals. And at the far end of the north hallway, there are pegs on the wall, and there are blindfolds on the pegs.
Blindfold.
On the pegs. I bet those are the eyes. Why else would they have a blindfold?
Maybe they're like, you know, when you go a place and they've got like not customary.
Customs, yes.
Well, no, I mean that too.
We're not
You go
leaving
to-
the country.
Complimentary.
That's right.
Eye blindfolds. You know, so like, oh, you don't get your eyes eaten out. We've offered a complimentary eye covers for you.
It's like when you get breakfast when you stay at a place.
Yeah, I'll leave little chocolates on your pillow.
You guys.
Oh, they left them in my toilet bowl. Wear chocolates? I wear chocolates! Sorry.
First poop joke of the night, everyone.
First poop joke down. Having not gotten a blindfold, but hearing about eyes getting eaten, I will mage hand one of those blindfolds over to me.
It comes very seductively, wraps itself around you, clings to you.
Don't tell anyone that my hair was not perfect.
I will change out of spider form back into human form.
You fall from the ceiling.
Well, I'm going down on the floor.
I'm just kidding.
I web down, and the web sucks back up in my butt as I'm changing into human form.
Images.
My old wrinkly winged
Wait,
ass.
so that
You're just standing there like,
that cancels that
Can one
cancels,
of you help me with this?
that cancels out the night's first poop joke as being an anti-poop joke.
yeah. Fair.
What comes out must go.
That is Newton's law.
Act like you've never had a web stuck in your butt, okay?
Newton's law.
Newton's law of the conservation of
Newton's law.
back and forth forever.
And there is a...
And I'm taking the eye blindfold cover thing.
Wait, you said that we got 4, right?
Mhm.
So you didn't have one.
Yeah, but I
You didn't have one.
I do now.
Take the
So
complimentary, right?
take them with the...
Silverware.
There is a door on the eastern wall, and this one has a large like ellipse drawn on it with the face of a skull on it. But the skull seems to have a neutral expression.
Not mad, not happy.
No, that is a
Resting skull face.
Just
I know
resting
that.
skull
Nice.
face.
Wait, let's all do a
RSF.
resting skull face.
Yeah.
Raft.
Yeah.
Nesting alligator face.
I try to do that on streams. It's really hard.
People get
You
mad.
tired.
People get upset.
I'll put one of the complimentary blindfolds on the skull.
It is now neutrally blindfolded.
Good thinking,
Good
though.
thinking. That's
We never know.
clever.
A skull
But it
wouldn't
is
have
a door.
eyes.
It opens inward.
It's got eye sockets.
Okay.
A door opens inward?
Mexi.
Yes, you would have to
Come on,
open it
just-
though. It's one that you would push in.
I'll handle that, darlings. Mage hand it.
Okay, yeah, and the door pushes open, and you see a large pit dropping down in the center of the room. It's another room lit by torches. There's nothing else of interest in the room. And with that, yeah, you would have to walk closer to the pit to see if there's anything inside.
A lot closer.
All right, you... Okay, go ahead.
Me too.
Alright. On all ends.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, in the pit, there it drops about 20 feet. It's full of spikes. And as you look down into it, blue forms begin to illuminate down at the bottom, and they start to float up in a very elegant fashion. You can see within the blue flame a horrifying visage of skulls, and there's at least 12 flying up at you. Let's roll some initiative.
Already?
Oh, good. The old roll of a 1.
Love it. Forgot how shitty Druid initiative is.
I'll take it.
I was wondering where the music was.
It was up your butt around the corner the whole time.
No, that's the
Stuck in the
web.
web.
No, you had to clear it out.
Yeah,
You had to
clear the web
out.
out. Yeah, it was just muffled.
Ow.
I'm
God,
stuck.
we're stupid.
Oh my god.
I web the key to escape later. Pull it up into my butt as I come out of wild shape.
So let's get some
That's how
initiatives.
that actually works.
Yeah, man. But it could have.
I'm a 12. Hey, do we need little namey tents? No.
We're good.
Okay.
Would that it were so simple.
No, would that it were so simple.
Would that it
What did
Why-
Templeton get?
Why are you
he
saying
got a
twir?
Would that it was?
And Drexel?
17.
Maximilian?
22.
Beatrix?
12.
And Rourke?
18.
18. So we'll start with Maximilian. Then it will be Rourke, then Drexel. Then they will go. And we'll move from there.
Alright, everybody watch out. I'll just cast a fireball on him.
Okay. So you cast a fireball on him?
Yes, I do.
All right. It explodes in the fiery pit. And they're floating up at you.
Also, I am a wild magic sorcerer. You want me to roll?
Yeah, let's do that.
Is it a roll of a 20 or a roll of a 1? I forget.
It's there's a scale.
Oh, is there? It goes up? Oh, crap. Sorry.
It's like 10 or higher or something.
Is it on
Look
Wild
up
Magic
Wild
Surge? No, but you first roll a die and then roll to see what happens. I mean,
Yeah.
so it's
If
just
you roll a 1, yeah.
yeah, it's just if you roll a 1. Turn into a potted plant. Nope. So it didn't seem to have any effect on him?
No, it was a fireball. And they are blue flames.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Mexi, they're made of fire. Mate, they're made of fire.
But it's magical fire, darling. I didn't know.
And you don't think they're magical fire?
Well, it's the only attack spell I have. Literally the only combat spell I
Rourke,
have.
you are.
Look, 10 out of 10 for style, minus several thousand for good thinking, mate.
I am going
I'll take
to. How close is everyone standing to them?
We're all like on the outside of the pit.
They're coming up. They're closest to Drexel.
Is there a place? So the pit's down this way. Is there a place that I could stand at the pit where no one would be within 10 feet of me?
Drexel would always be within 10 feet of you. You can tell me what you're trying to do. and
I'm
we can
trying
figure out how
to cast Warding Wind, like, down on them
Yeah, you can do that.
to kind of, like, push them back down. 'Cause
Yeah, you can do that.
So I will just cast Warding Wind, and it extinguishes unprotected flames in its area that are torch size or smaller. Difficult terrain for creatures other than you. Attack of ranged weapon attacks have disadvantage.
Okay. Is there any saves at all or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. It's not going to extinguish their magical flames, although that'd be funny if their skulls just all fell to the bottom.
That was effective.
But
Alright.
essentially, yeah, it's
Combat spells.
yeah, it's going to make it. It's going to slow them down. It won't push them down, but it's definitely going to slow them down. They will only be able to reach Drexel, as opposed to everyone else in the room. So you will be the one to die. Drexel, it's your turn.
How many are there?
Alright.
It is essentially a swarm. If you had to eyeball it, you'd guess like 12 to 15.
How far away is the nearest one?
About 10 feet from you.
10 feet from me.
Oh,
and I'm at the edge
jeez.
of the pit, so I can't get to him to be in melee, yeah?
What's that?
I can't get in melee with it, yeah, because it's over pit.
Well, it's coming up out of the pit, yeah.
Okay.
So you'd have to either sail down or yeah. Aha!
With the wind, just hit the bottom.
Yeah, yeah.
I do have slow fallout. I mean, there's a wind.
Yeah. Also, moving back from the pit is always an option.
Yeah, I'll probably wind up doing that. First, I'm gonna get some of those silverware knives out, use them like daggers.
All right, go ahead and ranged attacks.
Right.
The armor class you're trying to beat is 15.
Well, I beat it with the first one. Not with the second one. So, one knife hits for 9 damage.
9 damage. So let me figure this out. So the dagger hits him in his hollow eyeball for 9 points of damage. And you notice, though, it kind of rolls around in the eyeball and falls out. And it looks like it's only really made him madder. You're pretty sure that it did something, but probably not as effective as it could have been.
Okay, and then I back up 40 feet.
You do that thing, and then we move, I believe, to the 12, I think. We did 22, 18, 17. Let me double check. Yeah. So, it's their turn.
Well, I'm glad I moved 40 feet backwards.
They come up. They're not really in range of you guys yet, and they are only able to come up out of the pit. And then we move to Beatrix's turn.
I will cast Spirit Guardians.
The fun breaker enters the game. No,
That's right.
you do what you gotta do. These guys will kill you. They are trying to kill you.
That is the point of D&D.
Scraps.
To get killed.
To not get killed.
Yes, kill
To
them before they
foil
kill you.
The DM.
To kill
It's an
the world
adversarial
out
game,
there.
children. No. We're a group of optimizers. Speak through our teeth.
We're optimizers here.
We're speaking with whistle here.
Isn't it a little whistle?
Little wishing.
Really optimized.
This is so optimized. Optimized. I can't whistle. I just can't.
You just gotta optimize shit. Optimize.
Gotta optimize it. A
Optimize.
little bit there.
Play a little bit of D&D.
Optimize it.
Welcome to our D&D stream. We're gonna get right back to it.
I got a lot of stuff to do here.
So the spirit
Oh
guardians
man,
is
just
cast.
watching the viewer count plummet.
I know.
Get on with your
And that's what gets
shit.
clipped. They're like, by the way, the worst of RPGs on Twitch
You
this
guys want to see the worst? It's right here. You gonna cast Spirit
Like,
Guardians?
isn't that great?
Guardian.
Ugh.
Spirit Guardians.
Spirit guardian.
All right, so Spirit Guardians is now cast.
Totally is.
And you notice that the room is filling up with blue light with these guys in here. And let's go to your turn, Templeton.
Dimpy.
Does the top of this room look like it's glass or like it leads out?
It's not glass and it does not lead out.
Okay. Got it.
Would have been cool.
My legs
though.
keep sticking to
What
my
were you trying to do?
See if it was
no.
the blue light that they
I'm
saw.
thinking that,
I like
it was almost like a chimney, like the blue.
Yeah, they saw the blue light.
Let's actually, it's blue light.
I will,
Oh, that would be awesome.
Right?
Man, if only the designer had thought of that little detail.
Yeah, hey, right here. Buddy!
I will get closest to Maximilian in a slightly defensive sense. Be like, I will hold an action for if one comes within 5 feet. I'd like to rapier, but I will use my interact. Be like, we could always leave, mates. We could always shut the door.
Oh, there's a door. We could just shut it.
I think that's not a bad idea, Templeton. Not to mention my only combat spells are fire-based, so we could go.
I'll slap you. I'll protect you, Maxie.
Back to the top of initiative, it is Maxie's turn.
Man, I really did take all shyster spells. These are all spells to get one over on people. Every single one. Cool. Friends, minor illusion, charm person, hold person, suggestion.
Depending on the language you speak, you might be able to...
Yeah, probably not. Max is in fact going to be like, I think that's a good suggestion. He's gonna turn and go back through that door.
Alright,
And take a dodge action.
cool. And now let's move over to Rourke.
I am going to cast, as I'm still blowing the warding wind, I'm also going to choose the nearest of these skulls and try to dispel magic.
Okay. So you go over to them. How close do you have to get to do that?
120 feet.
Okay, so you can do it from anywhere in the room. Where would you like to stand in the room?
I'm pretty damn far away from them if I could.
Okay, so you move back and away from them, and you cast Dispel Magic, and it has no effect on them.
Welcome to the club.
And with that, I believe it is now Drexel's turn.
Good try.
Unless you have any bonus actions or other things you'd like to do.
Alright, how close are they now?
They are 40 feet away from you.
Okay, they're 40 feet away from me. How far back is the door?
You are right up against the wall.
Right up against the wall? Alright. I'm gonna get a little closer. And I can tell that the kitchen knives weren't as effective as I thought. That's maybe because they're like slicey, stabby. So this time I'm gonna throw spoons at them.
Okay.
Yeah. Like a blunt object.
Go ahead.
Smash! Just try to spoon.
Throw. It's
Seems
going to be
reasonable.
proficient. You know, it's one of these things, and we'll see if you hit.
I'll call encouragement. Get him, Drexy.
Oh, that's a natural one. But I have a
It
second
misses.
attack.
Okay.
So, so it's 17.
17 hits.
Okay.
Spoon it.
How I guess like
Spoon is 1 point of damage plus your dexterity modifier.
oh, so 6 points of damage.
Okay, so 6 points of damage. The spoon bounces off their teeth, their fiery teeth, and lands on the floor. It has a weird blue glow on it. And it looks like you did chip one of the skull's teeth.
Nice.
And with
Get them one tooth at a
Cosmetic
time.
damage.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna like slide out the door. Just like,
and
whoop, around the corner.
yes, so now it is their turn, I believe. And the only person I think they can get is you, and you'll be able to stab them.
Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead and make your attack on them.
Okay. Let me tell you. Oh, you said it was a 15?
15 hits them.
Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, I got a 14. I just.
All right, doesn't hit, so they're going to swing at you. So what's your armor class?
14.
7 plus 8 is 15, so you are hit. And they hit you for 21 points of damage. And you notice they are now occupying your space, and they are on you for an additional 5 points of damage. This is all fire damage, too.
26 damage, huh? Okay.
Yes.
Great. Yep. That's cool. That's cool.
That's a lot of damage.
Oh, Maxie, I think I'm killed. I'm on fire.
hate.
What do you do now? Now, okay, yeah.
Disengage.
So it is now Beatrix's turn.
I will start backing out of the door.
All right, you are turning, tailing, and running. The fire dancer swarm isn't close enough to get to you, and it is now Templeton's turn.
I will disengage and run out of the
All right, let me see
Don't forget
if
disengage
you are
is a bonus.
able to.
Oh yeah, I will bonus action disengage.
My roguey boy.
Yes.
Your teeth. You're just
so-
dirty teeth.
Oh no.
So as you disengage, it feels as though you are still caught in flames, and you notice your clothes are burning with blue flames, and you take another 5 points of fire damage, and this will continue indefinitely.
Can he put it?
until-
Use his action to put it out.
You could try.
Stop, drop, and roll after you get through the door.
As I use my bonus action. Oh wait, no. Yeah, I use my bonus action to disengage. When I fall on the floor, I'm going to try to pat myself out.
Yeah,
Just
you
roll.
get the flames out by doing that.
I'm at 1 hit point, y'all. No shirt. Shirt's gone.
There's a number from Chicago that keeps trying to call me repeatedly.
Fake call. Do you need to take it? We can take a break.
Could be
Well,
the Blues
let me at
Brothers.
least see who it is. So the only... Who do I know from Chicago? What time is it? It's 9:30? Who would be calling me at 9:30 from
It's
Chicago?
Chicago. Are they an hour
Same time
behind?
zone.
They
Are they?
I think they might be back.
They're
so-
an hour behind.
Yeah, so this is very exciting for our
They said they were
viewers.
sensual at first. I was
Sensual.
like,
Well, I'm gonna use this
Sexual.
opportunity.
Oh my god.
Release some urine.
Yes.
Me too.
You want to take a break, Grant?
Yeah, let's
take
get
a
a drink.
break.
Yeah, let's take 5 minutes. It's
All right.
Grubhub saying we have to cancel one of your orders.
Oh my gosh.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, I looked, I googled, and they're like. kiss the day goodbye. No, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Our party was currently lacking their battle music, but they are being attacked by a swarm of fire dancers, which are illuminating
Lydia.
Huh.
Lydia, oh Lydia, have you seen Lydia? Lydia the tattooed lady.
I do have a tattoo.
Hey, real quick, we should remind everyone what's going on here.
So we're doing a charity stream for Safe House Nevada. They are an organization that provides relief and help and assistance and a place to stay for victims of domestic violence. I was part of a charity stream about a month ago that fell apart because of a bunch of relief and help and assistance.
Just getting everything reset up.
What?
Sorry. Yep. Go ahead. Sorry.
Who was that nerd? It was Grant Ellis. It was my chateau knee. So our goal tonight was $1,700. The goal now is $1,800. For every $100 donation, we have a narrative impact on the game that happens kind of randomly. Tonight we're going with the CastleMac rule of their divine favor die.
Mm-hmm.
And for all you Macalites out there, in the chat room of CastleMac, it'd be really cool if we could reach 1,800. If not, donate what you can. It goes to a good cause. And with that, the fire dancers have just brought young Templeton down to 1 HP. And we are back to the top of initiative with Maximilian.
Well,
Round 3 of combat.
Fight.
I will
Test your might.
run back to Maximilian. Are you alright?
He's currently prone.
No, Maxie, I'm not alright, but also you should definitely get me out of here. Don't save yourself.
He will try to grab him.
You can do that.
Realizing how weak he is, he'll kind of drag him on the floor.
You can move him about half your move, so
I got an 8 strength.
you can drag him about
I'm light.
Yeah, he's pretty light.
7 or so feet. Your move to get there. Oh my gosh, $60 more.
Oh my gosh!
Did we get there?
From who?
Did we? No.
No.
I was just
You were
telling
reading
lies.
Raven's post.
Raven,
I see,
you tricked
I was trying to get people to
You were
give
trying to
60 more
get the
dollars.
excitement back up there.
All right.
You're good.
We
Yeah.
can do it. We can do it. So you pull him back and you get him a good 7 feet away.
And yeah, we'll use my dash to also just keep dragging him.
Take him back the rest of the way. So you're essentially back in your starting position. When you're dragging him, your move is essentially halved. So you went, you got him, you grabbed him, moved him back. Yeah, you can probably move further into that too. So now you are back in the room with the crystal statues. And it is Rourke's turn.
I'm
Against the
gonna
wall.
follow where they went. And if you remember, I was far away from those
You were.
skellies.
You leave and you're in the room with the crystal statues now.
And I am going to. How much did you get restored? How are you looking after he?
Oh, he didn't. He just dragged me.
heal.
Oh, he just dragged you.
I look like
His
I'm
skin
about
was
to
coming
die.
off the bone as he was dragging.
That's disgusting. So I'm going to say, Dimpy, I've seen you looking a little better. Cure wounds.
Thank you, Uncle.
He's immune to cure wounds. No.
That was
That's
really
not true.
sad.
Don't listen to the god.
So it's gonna
That's
be
not true.
5 plus 4.
Sweet.
9. That is the number 9.
Dungeon.
9 is the loneliest number. Can you cast it at a higher level?
I could.
Yeah. Better wait till those fire guys hit him again and hit him for 21 points of damage. And then burn him every round as he dies.
On second thought,
No.
you might need to. Let's say.
No, yeah, Uncle Rorik, I know you're
This is how
powerful.
you trick
can
players
always-
into using their higher level spell
Don't-
slots.
Wow,
before.
that really sucks.
Now's not the time.
No, it's definitely the time.
Enjoy 5 more.
Oh, Rorik, like I said, you're the most noble man I've ever met with
Oh,
the
no, wait, I'm
saggiest
sorry.
butt.
I would have added the 2. I would have added my spellcasting modifier only once to it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, you only got 1 more from that roll.
Every pip of HP counts.
I got so excited I snorted over.
donation bar. Now the party's HP. Yes. All right. So moving right along to Drexel.
Okay, so Is everybody out of the room?
Essentially, yes.
And the door
The door's open.
open? Can I close the door? Okay. I want to close the door. Are they at the door? How close are they
No,
to the door?
in fact, you can kind of see their action as you're closing the door. They're going back to go down into the pit.
Okay. Close the door.
Alright.
So, I'm just gonna bring this up. They're going back into the pit, but I did see another secret door in the pit.
She did.
If we could sneak up on them and smash them all to bits with her at the bottom, that might be a better plan.
I'm gonna go ahead and vote for a no completely on the going back inside with the flame people.
If, would that it were so simple. If my fire could affect them, I would say we could deal with them effectively, but...
Why do you only know fire spells?
Because I'm a lover,
He's an
not a
arsonist.
fighter, dear.
Yeah, normally we
I
talk
have
other
never-
people into doing this sort of stuff, but now that we're deputies, we thought we'd come up here and do it. This was
I have never
dumb.
met a lover that just wanted to cast another person on fire. That is crazy.
Arsonists!
You only bring fire about when you're trying to make a hasty escape. All of my other spells, dear, are focused on persuasion.
We have used the fire spell for a few insurance.
Yes, we have.
No, I wouldn't say scams.
More
Opportunities.
Like, yes, more like a wiggle. Just a bit of a wiggle.
Yeah. Banks. Those fat cats up in the Capitol. We'll get one over
I'm
on.
going to be moving along.
Rourke,
if
you
you'd like
feel
to
like...
follow.
Yeah, I was going to say, you feel like all the crystal statues in this room are staring right at you.
At me specifically, or all of us?
Yes.
Are we
Just
still
you.
are we still in initiative?
Technically, no.
I was gonna cast a healing word on my boy, just to help.
On the flame skulls? Thanks.
Yeah,
No.
and the boy Sean. You want one or no?
On Sean or Templeton? I'm going to be that dungeon master. No.
Sean doesn't get anything.
On Tempe.
He's not in the game. Alright.
I sure am.
4.
I definitely want to leave this room.
Okay, thank you, Beatrix. I take back everything I ever said about you.
I take back those hit points.
No.
Ah!
It's what Max
I'm
said.
walking out of the room.
I've said nothing. Nothing negative.
I'm walking
I've
out
talked
of
to your
the
mom and she tells me everything that you've said.
That's weird because we ain't even talked to his mom.
My mom's dead.
I can cast Speak with Dead.
Oh man, she talks to your mom's corpse every night.
She definitely can.
Lady Luck says I can.
That's real weird.
Back to Lillian with a fine boy. I don't know why you tell me these things.
It's not the same as the two.
Yes.
I vote that we keep moving, in fact.
Yes, what Uncle Rorik said.
If you're all done acting like a group of jesters, I suppose we could continue to move on.
Jesters.
Of course, Uncle. Speaking of jesters, what if we could gain access to the Viscount's throne room?
Did I ever tell you the story about
The Curious
the
Oysters?
weasel that lost its voice? There was a druid. It was a very long time ago.
Sorry, this is the weasel.
That
Was it?
was that the entire story? Or?
I'm thinking that maybe you don't want to know the entire story.
I'm also thinking I don't want to know the entire story.
Well, perhaps we're all in agreement there. Shall we move on then?
Are you going back the way you came or back to the room with the flame skulls?
Nope, not the flame skulls.
That's the way we
I
came.
think we're done with the flame
Fire
skulls.
answers. Okay. So you're currently in this room. It's lined with about a dozen crystal statues. You feel as if they are all staring at you.
Kind of crystal.
It looks very glass-like. It's like clear. Yeah, so they're just beautiful, almost like ice sculptures, but they're more glass-like. They don't look like they're freezing or melting. And they are, again, in the shapes of beautiful women, but these ones only have 2 legs, but they have 4 arms.
Oh.
Yes.
These ones are the cousins from the other ones.
That's what I
It's from a
think.
story.
So too much inbreeding will do. You get weird extra arms and extra legs when they have long.
No, they're
Does
cousins.
that really happen now?
Yes, it can.
I don't trust a single
If you
word.
all
you're
had
saying.
extra legs,
Not
you
one
could
bit.
walk faster.
I trust Drexel, and she lives in a pile of trash.
That does say something about you,
Real.
darling.
I'm just
Stressful
holding
thing.
my head in my.
You can always trust your next door neighbor. That's me.
She comes in and she eats your sandwiches while you sleep.
Beatrix, you hear voices in your head coming from all directions that say, "Talk with us. Stay with us a while. We can see you.
I have a headache.
Let us soothe you then. Our words will bring great comfort to you."
No one else can hear that.
Nope, only you in your head. We are messengers of the lady.
Are one of you saying something?
No.
No,
They have weird accents.
They really do.
really
They
do.
really do.
Really do
I
what?
think she's losing it. I think she's gone nutters.
Darling, who are you talking to right now?
I think the statues.
The ones that are staring at us.
They're making fun of your accents.
What?
Oddly enough, she's telling the fucking truth.
I mean, and they're right.
What? What's
Where are
wrong
you
with
even
accents?
from?
If you talk with us, we will teach you how to get past the fire dancers.
They've asked me to speak with them, so if you'd give me a moment.
Take all the time you need. Yeah.
Seems reasonable.
That means to shut your weasel mouths.
Thank you, Uncle.
Let us pluck your mind grapes and fill them with great wisdom. And so the kind of, an ethereal hand that only you can see kind of comes out of the crystal statues. And then another one, until 4 hands kind of clasp and grab your head. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw just to make sure you don't go insane from this. And a finger goes up the nose, through the eye sockets, into the ears.
I played Call of Cthulhu earlier.
I got a 20.
You don't go insane,
That's good.
but they begin to pour wisdom in your head, and if you can't see the fire dancers, they can't see you.
That's how blindfolds are.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Oh, I almost tried it, but I wanted to see what was over the
Seems
edge.
obvious.
Those statues
Hindsight.
were just telling me how beautiful I look.
That's a lie.
That is.
You're rather plain for an elf, but your ears are quite symmetrical. Your mom.
Okay, so they didn't compliment you. What did they say?
Oh, they said if you don't look at the skulls, they can't see you.
The fucking blindfolds!
The
It's one of
skull.
those things where if I can't see them, they can't see me. It's how I played hide and
You
seek growing
know,
up.
the funny thing was, I was thinking that, but I should have said something. It's my own.
That literally
That's
you never.
my flaws, and I
Mate,
frequently
I
don't
have
share. my ideas.
1/3 of the clothes I had. Had you actually thought of that, I would have needed you to tell me that earlier.
Do you need an extra blindfold? I have extras. They're complimentary.
Oh, actually, I did lose mine.
There you go. I got you, love.
All right.
I'm fine, I have mine.
I will apply mine now.
It's a jungle
I'm
out
blind
there.
for realsies now.
And we did see where that was, so we at least have a general ballpark.
You can come up with a way to get there. Use innovation. So.
I saw where it was. If we don't see them, that has nothing to do if we didn't touch them. We just bump right into them.
Mhm.
I am going to cast.
Oh, I'm gonna ooh.
No, I'm gonna cast.
Okay, you cast.
No, you're gonna cast.
No, you can cast. You
You
wanted
guys
it.
could cast together.
You cast
back
and then
and
I'll
forth
cast because
forever.
I'm still looking at my cast.
Well, I can cast Pass Without a Trace if we wanted to be sneaky.
And then, how many can you cast it on?
It's
It's a globe.
all
Yeah.
within
Oh,
a range.
dang. All right,
Centered on
I'm going to find a thing
I'm
that
just sneaky.
is.
Or I could just cast darkness on them. We couldn't see them unless they moved. But
That's a really. Yeah, that works as well.
I'm going to cast, please. I'm going to conjure a giant wasp.
Stabs Templeton. Sorry.
Hopefully.
Well, if you conjure animals, right, isn't it DM's choice?
Is it?
Yeah.
Always?
And he essentially uses them to...
I'm going to challenge rating 2, though.
I didn't think it was DM's choice. I thought the DM had a list of animals you could.
No, it actually...
Really?
The DM... I think you can dictate whether you want, like, 2 challenge rating 2.
Yeah.
But I think the ultimate choice is the DM's.
Okay.
Yeah.
The GM has the creature's statistics.
I didn't
Yeah.
apply that to Nithbis because it was usually pretty tight.
Oh, okay. Well, I would like to conjure 1 beast of challenge rating 2.
Okay. So a
That I thought would
giant
be
banana
helpful.
slug drops from the ceiling, and then it grows like 4 weird legs, and it's just fat. It's about 4 feet wide.
My friend, Skulky can help us out here, Richard. Maybe he can take the lead.
Yeah, do we have to ride on that? Or
How far was the pit?
20
Oh, it drops 20 feet.
Oh, I'm just gonna
It
slow
spikes.
fall.
What's that?
I'm just gonna slow fall.
Yeah, were you going to cast darkness in there? Because that was actually a clever spell. Like, they would not be able to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast darkness on
They
it.
only saw you when you looked down in it, so you fill it with darkness. And the fire dancers are now covered. How would you like to rappel down the 10 feet and go into the path? Oh, you're going to slow fall down. That's
Oh,
right.
monk, I'll just jump.
I'm going to punch it and go down.
Yeah.
Monks.
I do have some rope from my adventurer's pack, so I'll just tie off one end of my rope and then drop it into the dark pit, the sphere of black.
I want to ride the slug down on the
I'm riding my slug, too.
Okay, yeah.
Slugs Mackenzie.
You guys are going to slug right down into the hole.
Leaving slug
Go ahead and
trails
make
down.
it, leaving a silver trail behind them. Go ahead and roll athletics with advantage for the rope.
I'll use the
Yeah.
It should be fine.
That's not good.
Yeah, no, not here either.
Should have taken the slug, I think.
Yeah, I'm like, sure, I'm going to ride the slug. I got a 6.
I got a 7.
Animal handling? Or...
No, you just ride down.
Okay.
It's easy. You're just riding a slug.
Just like riding a slug.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's as easy as riding a slug.
And he goes down. And you are now in the hole. It goes in about 10 feet. And there is a large gold door that is circular in
gold.
shape. It is real gold. She's
It's
not
dark.
lying.
We're in darkness, though, right?
No, you're not really in dark. It's darker down here.
You're a half elf.
You guys can essentially see.
I
So
just
it's
thought she
black
cast darkness.
lower into the pit on the skull guys.
Gotcha.
As soon as they can't see you guys, they're like, well,
I see. They're in like a. Okay,
Someone
got
turn
it.
the lights off.
yeah, because they were low.
Who turned out the lights?
Hey,
turned out the lights?
They go to
Hey,
sleep.
You turned off the lights.
Yeah. They're described as like tiny too, so they're like little, but there's a
Oh.
bunch of them.
I'll pick up any of my silverware if I find it down here.
You do not. But there is
Yeah,
this
not
gold
too
door
expensive.
down a hall that goes in about 15 feet, and there is a large gold eye on it. What do you do?
That eye can actually see us.
I put my blindfold on.
Would I...
1, I know you're lying. 2, I'm not completely sure that's untrue, though.
If I'm pretty proficient
you're
in
right. That's what
religion,
I
would it look
guess.
anything like any religion I had studied?
No.
Okay.
But make a religion check. You may have heard a story.
12.
You heard a story when you were a little kid?
Can a cleric make that check?
You wouldn't know anything other than you learned earlier.
Oh, okay.
So essentially, you heard a story when you were a little kid about a, all-seeing eye goddess, but it was a boring story and you fell asleep halfway through.
There was a story about an all-seeing eye goddess when I was very young before I went away with animals, but much like the weasel story, I can't seem to remember anything.
Oh, well, that's not very helpful, Uncle.
It's very much not. It's alright.
Just look at him. He's wearing a blindfold with underwear.
Not anymore, mate.
I did. I kept
Your
I
modesty.
keep mine on.
I'm only wearing lingerie.
I have my chastity.
Your longies.
Yeah, they gave it to me from the brothel. What
I am-
Are you also wearing your
a teddy.
lingerie?
Yeah.
I am married
I
to
don't
the
need
church.
I have it on under my clothes.
It's like a boned corset.
That's
Yeah.
all I'm wearing.
Monks.
To Max and Drexelbeck. Yo, how heavy would a solid gold door be?
That's what I've been trying to figure out.
432
Could be
pounds, precisely.
Nope.
No, she has a problem. It's she. I don't even think she means to say it. She's just
The door's on hinges,
just a
it might swing.
compulsive.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, for taking it out. Because it's solid gold.
Do you want to work to remove it from its hinges?
No.
Not right now.
Right now.
Not at the
It'll take
moment.
about an hour. Yeah.
We're on the way out, maybe.
On the way out, if we don't catch on fire, or if
Yeah.
if I don't catch on fire again.
I think I would also put on my blindfold, but I would leave one eye
Okay.
so that I can pull it down if I need to. But I
Okay.
think I will mage hand the door open.
Yeah. Mage hand works the door. Kind of pushes in. It is a very dark room in there. Those of you with dark vision can see the thin form of a man laying down on a bed at the end of the room. There are 2 unlit candles on either side of him. And there is also, kind of floating from the corner of the room, a massive swarm of eyeballs. It just kind of hovers over him, but it sees you, but it's kind of not engaging. And Stephen, if you want to bring up, I sent you a
I do,
picture
yep.
earlier. Yeah, that might be helpful for the audience. So it's just floating, and it's hundreds and dozens of eyes.
Or is it
There it
now?
is.
He's breathing.
Eyes.
I'll
Cold
see.
eyes.
I was gonna say put it on stream. but-
Yeah, I will. I will.
Yeah.
I don't have a. I don't. I'll just do this. It's
The
much
thing that we
faster.
do that's really great.
There's also a door at the end. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Tech.
Science.
Yeah. High tech stream. We're professionals.
I don't see it. I've
do you-
got a blindfold on.
Do you see that man in the bed down there?
Nope.
I mean, I had one eye up, too.
Do you
Yeah.
see him?
Nope.
I mean, yeah,
His name.
I see him.
His name is Michael.
It's definitely. Well, I don't know. It could be Michael, but
It's not. It's not Michael. Just you could honestly just.
His
ignore
name
it.
is Michael Sean.
if it's anything, it's gonna be Shawn Michael.
The eyes of Shawn Michael. The bed is Michael Shawn.
Michael Shawn.
God, this is
The voice
these are
speaks.
deep cuts.
It's true.
I am Michael
My
Sean.
name is Nyman. He gets his real name.
Deep cuts here.
Who brings you?
Oh
Who
man,
goes there?
some of our friends returned.
Hello.
Missing eyes.
Oh dear, they must have gone into the altar room.
Is that what they did? Can you fill us in? We're not brigands. We are not here to rob the place.
Sanvi said you would come.
Oh shit.
She said every one of you.
What else did she say?
Oh,
Where?
she guards her secrets. She knows many things. This is the last of her temples.
Oh.
They come and they go.
Where did they come from? And then where did they go?
They are built by her worshippers, but they are known to blink to wherever they need to be at any given
So
time.
it's more of a question of should they stay or should they go now?
Is that man there named Cotton
I hate
Eye
all of you.
Joe?
Grant is like,
If
I'm
they
packing
go-
up. Grant's like, I'm going home. I'm just gonna go get in my car and drive
Because if they
home.
go, it's gonna be trouble. But if they stay, it might be trouble.
You know, in fact, it's got a pretty good rhyme there, Drex.
I almost went to college, you know, like Bard's College, and then on decided, no, I'm gonna go to hippie school. I
But
became
then
a monk.
Fairbank Calling.
Well, look at it this way. You could have been rich and
Fairbrook
famous,
community.
or you could sleep in the dumpster between our houses. I think
I
you made out pretty
consider
good.
my friendship to be the riches that I need.
The true treasure is the friendship all along. Well,
Let's not waste this being's time.
Sanvi desires you to serve her,
oh,
In what
Restore her-
fashion?
no.
restore her faith. She knew you would come.
Sanvi knew we would come.
Yes, she's told me.
What?
Us specifically.
Yes, but she said there would also be others.
Others.
Well, now, Sanji sounds like she has. Wait for it.
It's Sanvi.
Sanvi?
Sanvi.
Is it
Sanvi.
Sanvi or Sanji?
No, Sanji's blood in Portuguese. Sanvi is the...
Sanvi sounds like, being the all-seeing eye, has an eye for talent, and if I might say, opportunity.
Oh, lots of
Now,
opportunity.
I'm
Yeah,
fine with
something.
restoring faith.
Why don't you stop talking and allow this thing
Well,
to
I just want to
continue?
know what is being offered to restore the faith.
The particulars.
You would have to ask her. I'm not her mouthpiece. She is seeking a new prophet.
Well, clearly you're
Prophetess.
not her mouthpiece because your eyepiece. Mostly.
So, if we were to go down to the altar, would we also lose our eyes? Would we speak to an inner altar and also...
No, the guardians won't attack you unless you have ill intentions, but you are all pure of heart.
Me especially.
You the most.
Question.
Except that one he points at me.
Hypothetically, if, say, one of us were not pure of heart, then
He kills you.
Well, are you evil?
No!
He hasn't attacked you, and he points to the orb of floating eyes. If you were evil, he would attack you.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm feeling good about that.
my alignment's chaotic crazy.
That is true.
Okay. Are you one of her servants, mate?
I am one of Sanvi's servants. I've served her for a long time. And I fear after the end of this conversation, as I try to project to the microphone, I shall leave this plane.
Oh, that's
I have lived
unfortunate timing.
Yes. But Sanvi has told me when the chosen would come, to pass her temple on to them. It is clearly you. You must go to her altar beyond this room.
Alright, well.
Do you have a will made up?
Yeah, we're executors.
Lawyers have it.
Oh.
They live in Fairbrook.
Have you chosen an heir? Just hypothetically.
You'd have to ask the lawyers. I've been told not to talk to you, Maximilian.
Why do you talk to Tim?
Well,
Or Drexel.
unrelated. She's more garbage, really. Walking garbage. And
What?
not her personally, just everything about her.
I got a bath and I'm wearing some clean undies.
You know, if you reduce the amount that you use that wasn't recyclable, you wouldn't have any garbage. The amount of trash laying around on this earth is just so disheartening.
Yes. She does eat your garbage.
I see the rest ending up in the lake. The fish get caught in it. I eat the fish. It chokes me a little.
I used to pay good money for that.
I mean, I do offer services. I'm freelance rates, you know, false conversations.
You get what you pay for. I'm just reminding you.
I charge exorbitant
I've got
rates.
dumpster girl experience if you want.
I'm quite the frequenter of the local brothel.
Sanvi judges not. And then he gives up the ghost. And his guardian begins weeping from every eye.
Oh, that is.
You exhausted him.
I don't see it all because I've been blindfolded
Michael,
this whole time.
Michael, come back!
Timms, you should comfort it. It's weeping.
I will do it.
It kind of looks to a door that's on the eastern wall. And there is an engraving of a beautiful woman's face, but she has 4 arms and 4 legs.
Oh.
She doesn't have perfect ears.
Oh, okay.
She has 4 ears.
I worship her.
Yes.
I'm going to stand in front of the eye thing and say, I am incredibly sorry for your loss. It must be so terrible. I feel for you. I very much do.
And I'll try to wipe away a tear.
You do. You wipe it, and it is comforted.
Please don't cry. My
And-
thing is that I have extreme empathy for like everything.
Yeah. And It kind of floats over to its master, then over to the altar door, and it's kind of confused. It doesn't know what to do.
I think I wouldn't be able to hide the look of like.
No, you can't. Especially not from that many eyes, but it doesn't judge expressions.
If there's anything we can do to help you in taking care of the body, maybe blink once if you'd like us to take care of the body.
It does not blink.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think our work here is done.
We will
can move
leave it
along.
at peace for you. Should we continue on through that door?
I think so. I mean, having a tower that blinks a number of places could be very, very profitable. For the faith, of course. For the faith.
For the
Of course.
Yes. All for the faith.
Copper for the lady.
Tenfold in gold.
What is it they say? A copper for the lady, gold for the stewards.
That is not the saying.
Well,
I'm pretty sure that's how I heard it.
Do we know where sayings even come from?
Well, they got to start somewhere.
They actually come from books, and that is not a lie.
That's not a lie.
that's not. And we could write books through the door. Let's go.
They can't write books.
I am literate. We could write some books.
She's not literate.
We'll let someone else.
Why don't you
write us
roll on that?
your chicken scratch?
I'm definitely literate.
Are you?
I am.
Methinks the garbage doth protest too much.
Oh,
Well.
man.
Through the door. Through the door we go.
You open the door.
Before Grant is checking out.
Beyond the door. No, beyond the door. I'm doing fine. Beyond the door is a large, beautiful statue. It has 4 arms and 4 legs. It is a statue of Sandi, and there is a pale white light emanating from it. There are 2 oculus swarms kind of floating around the room. What do you do?
Oculus forms.
Swarms. The big thing of eyeballs.
Eyeball bouquet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The other one's just kind of hovering by its master, checking the candles.
I believe I'll give this a shot. I say, darling, my lady, your chosen have arrived.
The oculus swarms float up to you. They get kind of float on either side. Roll initiative.
I'll yell out as we're doing it, like, I knew I should have done the fucking talking, Max. You always fuck this up. Every time you fuck this up.
Ooh, that was a good one. Nice roll.
Thanks. Rose do so good.
I'm gonna borrow a yeller. Old yellow. That's my oldest die.
roll
Now
the
what?
bowl.
Special occasions, you know.
The old bowl roll.
The bowl roll.
Clean it out first.
Your bowl roll.
Bowl roll.
Roll roll.
So one is going on initiative 1, the other is going on initiative 18.
Oh.
Oh.
So
Oculus swarm
Whoa.
sandwich.
going around the
Whoa.
going around the room, what's Tim got?
I got a 12.
All right, Max,
9.
Drexel,
7.
Rourke.
Oh, that's not mine.
Oh, that's me.
5.
Beatrix,
17.
17.
Save those
So one of the swarms is going to go, and it.
Question.
Yes.
How many minutes has it been since the first the skulls?
6.
Yes.
Okay.
Still got my spirit guardians.
Oh.
10 minutes.
Oh, and my slug.
Just right in the slug. Buck naked old man slug.
With some spiritual
Your chosen ones have arrived. Buck naked old man. Garbage elf.
Yes. All right. So here's how this works. I think I need all of you to make a saving throw. You all can see it, and it can see you.
I can't see it. I've got a
You're blindfolded, so you
on.
can't see it. I need all of you to charisma saving throw DC 14.
I am invoking my Tides of Chaos to get advantage on the roll.
Okay.
And later you can...
I critted it.
I'd like to spend that.
I am critically wise.
I have to make it even though
Eat
I
that.
can't see them.
That's a lot better.
Oh.
Oh wait, or was it wisdom or charisma?
Charisma.
Okay, well, I'm critically charismatic.
You charismed.
Critically charisma.
Oh, good.
You
What
charismed.
tigers do best.
Charisma. Charisma.
Charisma.
A critis.
Charisma.
Again.
Oh.
but this time try it with more
Did anyone get less than 14? You are now under the effect of a confusion spell.
Okay, I'm blind and confused, guys. Self-blinded.
Dazed and confused.
Honestly, I can't tell if she's affected by
It's-
something or not.
Probably. True.
Alright, so...
Is that a charm?
Is that a charm? I'm an elf.
It doesn't say it is. It does
Okay.
not use the word charm.
Okay.
It anywhere. It is a confuse. Go ahead and roll 1d10. And this is what you will do on your turn.
A 1.
You're going to use up all your movement to move in a random direction. And then you're going to roll a d8, and that will be the direction you go in. And you will just go that way.
So 120 feet, is that right?
It's only
See
my
ya.
dash and bonus action dash.
Right into the pit. Ah,
It's
into the
gonna be
pit.
40 feet in some direction.
And with that, it is, I believe, Beatrix's turn. And it used its movement to float onto Steven. Steven, you are going to need to... Yes, you, not your character. It's on Maximilian. So go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, DC 13.
I refuse to believe it.
I choose to disbelieve.
Pash.
Okay. You can feel that there are many eyes and feelers clutching onto your head, and it is trying to remove your eyes from its sockets, but it's having a hard time.
Oh, yeah.
No, Jesus.
Well, one of your eyes is covered.
Tips! Tips, darling!
The end.
If you step forward to the essentially you would have to... I don't think your spirit guardians go through the walls. You would just have to go through the door, or come to the door, and it would be able to get them.
Say that again.
So if you go up to roughly around where Maximilian is, your spirit guardians will hit those guys.
Okay. So I'm trying to find it on my sheet here, but
Which one?
it's not a spell. It's my ability as a trickery cleric to like become two.
Oh, duplicity?
Yeah, I want to do that.
You do that thing.
Yep. I did it. I can't find it. So basically, I just make like a mirror image of myself.
Just be Multiplicity starring my dad, Michael Keaton.
That's exactly right.
Nice. Deep cut there.
Oh yeah, there it is.
And then what do you do?
I go on opposite sides of the room.
Okay, you're still technically in the old man's room. He's the only one technically.
I'd have the one that's not actually me walk into the room.
Okay, that works. They will most definitely try to swarm that when it's their turn, most likely. And with that, we move down the initiative from Beatrix to the other one, Templeton.
The other one.
The other one, Team Girl Squad.
So-and-so.
Arrow.
Girl Squad.
So I'm
in love with every boy.
I will run up to next to Maximilian and try to attack this Oculus.
Oh, you go right ahead and do that. So I believe they have an armor class of 15.
Games.
I'm afraid that's not a hit.
One of these days you'll hit the Oculus. Alright.
Then can I use my interact to close my blindfolds?
Yeah.
So I'll stab and then. Whoop.
Yep, we're both blindfolded now.
The best part is they're just gonna like push it up and get your eyes. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. There are some advantages to that.
Oh, so I'm sorry. Is the invoke duplicity concentration, so that would cancel out my
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
spirit guard? Okay, I'm cool with that.
It's a class ability. It probably isn't.
It says,
What's it say?
It says, as an action, you create a perfect illusion of yourself that lasts for 1 minute or until you lose your concentration, as if you were concentrating on a spell.
Well, then in that case, yeah, clearly.
That's not a lie.
That's pretty cut and dry, really.
All right. So next down the initiative order is unless you're doing something else.
I will use my bonus action to dodge.
Okay.
Can't.
No.
Oh, yeah, you
It's
can.
dash, disengage, or hide.
Or hide.
Can't do no
That's what it
dodge.
is. Alright, well, it's the first time rogue, man. Yeah.
I was gonna let him. You know, do it. No,
I'm not cheap.
You could disengage and back up.
No, I'll stay next to you.
He'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you.
Don't you hurt my sweet Maxie!
When there's a group of eyeballs.
It's Maxie's turn. You are currently swarmed.
All right. I'd like to move. I'd like to put a little bit of distance such that I won't get an attack of opportunity.
Go right
I'm not
ahead.
saying like 10 feet. I'm saying like if he's on me, I just want to move adjacent instead of being on.
Oh, look at it like this. It's kind of almost like them, and they're all on you, and they're all grabbing
Both
you.
of them are?
Oh, no, just one.
Gotcha. Where's the other one in relation? It was
Yeah.
close, right? Because
Yeah,
they
he's
both
fairly
started next
close. Yeah,
to me.
he's fairly close to you.
All right, tight. Then I am going to cast a hypnotic pattern. He'll just be like, "Huh, help!"
Okay. So a hypnotic pattern goes off. And go ahead and give us the effects of hypnotic pattern.
All right. Twisting pattern of colors that weaves through the air inside a 30-foot cube, and I'm placing that cube next to me so that it's not hitting temps. The pattern appears for a moment, then vanishes. Each creature in the area who sees the pattern, and they most certainly see it, got a lot of eyes, must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
Yep.
I will give that a shot. It's a
And are any of your other party members in the 30-foot cube?
no. That's what I'm because I imagine
Okay.
he came up next to me.
No,
I was
yeah.
up front.
You're
right?
also in the you're kind of in another room.
and so that's why I'm in my head. I was the furthest forward.
you could just you could just
right adjacent
Okay.
to me to get them both.
so you do that.
So wisdom saves.
No, they're immune to being charmed.
Well,
there's no
son of
chance.
a bitch. Cool. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
which I had to read. I was like, oh, he's got them. They're just going to float there. They're going to be like, Sandy, you're chosen. She goes, boom, and they explode in flames, and they're dead. No, they're immune to being charmed. They're going to suck your eyeballs out.
All right. Well, here's my magic surge.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Also, you can, anytime after I cast a spell, make me do another magic surge to get back my tides of chaos. They ebb and flow.
Okay.
But that is up to the DM. I'm just reminding you, and we'll continue to remind you, so.
It's really an opportunity for the DM.
You could see it that way.
With that, we move from Maximilian down
Two
to these
spells
other
down.
modes. Drexel!
Two complete non-effects. Play
You're the
fighter
best.
next time.
That's why I used the Tome of Beasts instead of the Monster Manual.
Yep.
Thank you, Kobold
Tome
Press.
of Beasts is awesome.
Thank you, Dan Dillon.
I got it weighing down that shelf over there.
Yeah.
Look, it's great.
Creature Codex is coming out, guys. More monsters. Drexel.
Oh, yeah, I gotta roll D8.
Oh,
Where
this
am
is
I
going to be the
going?
direction
Hey,
you
did
run
you
in.
roll a save? You get to roll a save
Yeah, she'll
at the
get
end
to
of each
roll
of your
it.
turns. So.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I go in the direction of 7.
So you're going to run kind of to the northwest, but you also get to roll a save. Yeah.
What save is it again?
DC 14.
What is the save?
Charisma.
Charisma. Ah, 10.
So you go shooting off. I believe, yeah, the effect.
You know what? I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Yes.
Dungeon
Elements.
inspiration.
Let's see if I can get this.
Thanks, guys.
I made it.
Saving throw in
Made it.
my life.
16.
Done.
Oh, good news. Yeah, you're back.
I'm unconfused, but I'm still.
At the end of your turn.
It's fine.
So you are back now. And then we move from Drexel to Rourke.
I have no idea. Is there any what does the room look like that we're in? Is it
So it's a large chamber. It's made out of stone. There are torches hanging on the walls. There's a glowing white statue in the center of the room. There's these swarms of eyeballs all over your friend, if you're that close. There is essentially a room's about 60 feet across, and yeah, they're essentially in the middle at the
And
doorway.
there's a bunch of swarms in there, or just the
There
two?
were 2 swarms, but a bunch of little eyes.
And one is on one of the
Yes.
swarms is on him.
Yes.
Is there any mold in the growing in the room? Is it like a damp? Would there be any mold?
Make a
or
nature
moss?
check. It's not your
I
action.
don't know. I'm blindfolded. Guys, which way did I run?
8 plus 4.
Hey, who turned out the
You don't
lights?
see any. There doesn't
Turned out
seem
the
to be.
lights.
Okay, then that changes that. I am going to try to. What's the name of the spell that I was just looking at?
Something, make a new character.
I think it was the same
Class
one.
You don't play, you don't know how to do it.
That's how you learn, though. You play them.
Oh, yeah.
Play them all.
Play them, fail miserably, come back.
Get your eyes plucked, followed by your testicles.
Where we're going, we
With
don't
the
need
rest of your
that.
life.
Put your eyes where your testicles are, and your testicles where your eyes are.
I am going
It'd be
to.
the end of the world.
Old ball face.
Okay, so the scene is he's on the ground. Are you still? Is he still standing, or is he on the ground being kind of?
He's still standing.
He's still standing.
Yeah.
I'm going to use mold earth and take a piece of stone near him and hurl it between him and the eye thing to try and spook it away.
Okay, so the eye things are immune to being frightened, so I would say that they can't be spooked.
Just hit it.
I wouldn't. I already said sorry to the other one.
Yeah, which
What are we gonna do?
What are we gonna do now, man?
Guess we're not getting this door.
all right.
Johnny the Forge Breaker, Raiden, what's up?
I need everyone to make a charisma saving throw as the final Oculus swarm goes.
Everyone?
Yes,
You said charisma again?
yes.
Even if we're blindfolded.
Yeah.
Overlay.
Yeah.
Right.
What's the
But I'll
save?
give you advantage if you're blindfolded.
Oh, well, that would have been nice. Time around. 15.
15 works.
I got
14.
14 works.
I'm
What
spending
did you
my
get?
inspiration as well.
14.
Also,
Same.
20.
Same.
Same.
What did you get, Beatrix?
8 plus 5.
8 plus 5 is 13.
13.
So, Beatrix,
Oh.
you are under the effect of a hold person spell.
Is that a charm?
Let's see. Let's
It's
find
not.
out.
It's not.
Also, these aren't spells as much as they are their abilities. Yeah. So
yeah. Well,
Did you hear him? He just did the thing where he repeated and I didn't.
I didn't
he
hear it.
used
I didn't hear it.
he used
I
his
used-
character's accent.
Oh, fuck you.
With charisma.
The difference was the
I need you
criticism.
to roll your charismeligence, followed by your strisdom. Yes.
Charisma.
I have a very high destitution. All right, so you are
Help.
you are paralyzed.
Yep.
So you're under all the effects of being paralyzed,
Yep.
and that is you now.
Cool.
And now initiative goes back to the top, and I believe it's the second Oculus swarm, which is going to
Oh,
attempt.
wait. Question though. Did it target me or did it target the mirror image?
I'm the DM. I don't.
Anyone that could have seen it, and it was looking at the largest group of you.
Okay.
Now, when it goes to pluck eyes, it did float after it did that,
I can cast spells from my other one.
Yes.
even if you're paralyzed.
I don't see why I couldn't.
I'm pretty sure when you get paralyzed, you immediately lose
You lose concentration. Oh.
Aw.
Grant.
Now he's gonna get double swarms on
Anakin
him.
needed like.
Grant! I just used that!
Oh, welcome to my world.
All right.
Another donation.
Oh, yeah.
Donation.
Oh, yeah. We got
Jordy.
Nice. So here's how this is going to work. There's a couple ways we could do this. If you roll a 20-sided die and you get 15 or higher, we're going to go around and you're going to narrate how you survive the Oculus Swarm. Or you can not roll the die and see what happens.
See what happens.
Yeah, let's see what
Find out what happens.
We've only
See what
begun to fight.
happens.
Okay.
I've only begun to use my spells that don't affect me.
Make a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Me?
Only because you're covered by 2 of them now.
Where I'm going, I don't need eyes.
Man, that got me to laugh.
I rolled a 1.
All right, so
How does that do for me? I'm not too efficient.
Yes.
okay, you are
Wait!
We do have.
Divine inspiration.
Here it goes.
Do it, my dude.
Inspiration.
Do it, makes me.
What's that?
17 on
And
that.
I have a plus 7, 24!
Never do that again.
You are not getting your eyeballs plucked by that one, or the other one. But I do need to roll to see if they get their gaze attacks back.
Oh,
No, they don't.
thank goodness.
It's either what attacks?
Gaze attack.
They have this gaze ability. It's where if anyone can see them and they can see you, and there are all these things. That's how they did the confusion and how they did the whole prince. It's one or the other.
So it has darkness in this room.
Darkness.
How big is
Darkness.
So our new goal is 1900,
no?
and we have raised almost 2.
Oh, and we get another one because we just hit our limit.
Oh.
So we get this back. We get
Let's
it back.
name this the Geordie.
That's the Geordie right there.
Geordie one, yeah.
LaForge
Majority.
die.
Majority rules.
LaForge D.
So,
Diameter?
all right.
It's a radius. I could drop that in this room. Just make them blind too. Forge D LaForge. It's like true saving.
So that was the first swarm's turn, and now it is Beatrix's turn. You are currently held.
I am.
You are currently paralyzed.
Yeah.
Let me double check the spell. You may get another roll at it, don't you?
Well, if it's old person, yeah, she does.
End of her
Yeah,
turn.
her turn.
At the end of your turn, you get to make a wisdom saving throw. Is it the end of your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, make a wisdom saving throw.
Whoa.
I did it!
By accident, but hey, you did it.
Look what I did just with my hands.
You did the thing. You are no longer
Roll the
held.
dice.
I meant to do
What are
that.
you doing over here?
But we will move through initiative to the next player, which is Templeton. You're
Okay.
kind of right up on some eyeballs.
Howdy.
I'll use my interact to go ahead and push the blindfold up. I'm going to try to use my bonus action, so this is the ability that I have, and I will explain it. It is Insightful Fighting. I can use my bonus action to make an insight check against the creature's deception. If I succeed, I can use my sneak attack, even if I don't have somebody adjacent. It lasts for a minute.
Okay. You do that thing. And now what's your action?
Okay, I will try to attack.
Do it.
Stab.
And all these swarms are around him, and you're just going to be like, pop, 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 pop. Yes.
That's a negative. That's a 14.
You got inspo?
No.
No, we used it.
That's
Oh, we got raided.
I am
We got
the-
raided by Stumpy.
Thank you, Stumpy. I'm the worst
Stumpy
sneak attacker.
raid.
I'm like, no.
Well, at least
Chocolate
I guess you
raid.
haven't had an effect either.
No, not at all.
We've done absolutely nothing. Our two characters.
No
have
one has
literally-
no one has done anything. You cracked a tooth with a spoon.
I did. Thank you very much. And I tasted
And,
water
and
for everyone.
Rorik did
You're
let us
welcome.
skip a whole.
I would help them if I could.
Yeah. All right.
hurt them. It's not their fault.
I've seen one weep, okay?
It's not their fault. We're terrible people.
Whose turn?
Grant doesn't even know it.
No, I do. It's no longer Templeton's. It is now Maximilian's.
All right. By my read of the
Fireball
room,
yours.
no one has moved closer to them. Like, we're more or
None.
less the same.
He's the only one that
Fireball to where the radius gets
I got you.
them, but not me.
Just stick your head over.
You
Yeah.
gotta get. Have you gotten out from them yet?
Nah,
We have a donation. It looks like.
Nice.
Oh, really?
What is it?
Chancellor! Easy. Thank you, Chance.
Alright.
Oh, and Devin threw some more. Oh my goodness.
What?
Y'all are the best. Goodness gracious.
Oh,
No,
no,
I
it's
see
the
that.
All right.
Alright.
my
Given all of that, I will in fact cast that fireball. I mean, one's on top of me, right? But how big are they? Are they medium? Are they large?
The swarm is medium.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Then I'd rather take the opportunity attack than my own fireball. So I will step.
They can't opportunity attack you.
Either way, I'm only going adjacent still, right? Like if he's in the square
It's
with me.
this. They have no attack action.
Am I grappled, or is he just kind
you
of
can
there?
get
Okay.
out.
Then I'll just step back and
Fireball.
hit that fireball. So
Alright.
if I can,
actually,
please have
Cast it on a
them.
higher level?
Oh no,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
have. We're level 5.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's all I got.
It's the highest level he's got.
It's the highest he's got.
It's the only
So-
spell he's got.
Yeah,
only
it's
got-
really the only one.
He's got.
I've got other spells.
It's just
You just haven't learned of them,
Completely.
darling. I'd be more than happy to show you sometime. Suggestion can be quite
one of my favorites.
titillating.
Don't
Fireball.
know it.
Pretty
Oh, I did.
standard. Yeah, you did it.
So it's this plus 5.
1.
It's a 6. They take all damage.
It's 23 damage.
All right, so they both drop from 110 hit points to minus 23 from it. So
They dead?
no,
No, I know.
they have plenty left.
By the way, that is another one of these boys from Devon. That's the Devon roll. Utilitas. I'm getting that right.
Utilitas?
Utilitas Devon. I'm getting that name right.
Utilitas.
So,
And Jordy LaForge Breaker die. So we got dice, ladies and germs.
You've got dice. You need them.
Thank you, Stomp.
Sat alone in a
man.
buggy march.
Totally motionless.
Him is misery. Donated $10.
Oh, what?
Oh my
Kayla
goodness!
has kept it coming. That is
Zombies running across the
Yes.
street.
God.
Let's keep it classy.
Oh my God.
Lydia.
Okay. We're just not. We're not interrupting anymore.
Sorry.
So it is now Drexel's turn.
Alright. I'm gonna peek. Where am I?
You are near this floating Oculus swarm that's still weeping over its master, and you're about 10 feet away from a bunch that are sizzling right now.
I'm gonna go slide over to the sizzling ones.
The
gonna
Western
start
Slide over to
sizzling.
Sizzler.
I'm gonna start just gonna like punching.
Yeah. Give him the.
Oh, one of the hangy eyes, like.
Yeah.
It's just like,
No, they're popping.
With the garbage back in the
Stomp with the
alleyway. I'm real
grapes.
practiced. Alright, so my first attack is
Bit donations.
a 23
Bits.
to hit. 23 to hit. Oh, and I'm gonna try to stunning strike.
Yeah.
So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Or it's stunned.
Or it's stunned. And the DC is it's 14.
They are immune to being stunned.
Okay, well, now I know that. And the second attack is a 22.
To hit?
Yeah, a 23
It
to 22
totally
to
hits.
hit. And then I'm gonna burn another key point, Flurry Blows. So that's 2 more.
She's going full money.
Crazy punching
24.
robot.
And then
just slinging garbage.
27. So I'm just gonna roll all 4 of my.
It's like a dumpster percussionist.
Yeah. That's how I make money.
Professional.
Now roll all them damage.
Percussionist.
Okay, 10, 11.
Wait. Why do you put the
13.
cool symbol on the 1? That's like a
I
slap
know,
in the
right?
face.
Right. 10, 11, 14, and then 5 times 4, so 20. So 34?
34. Interesting to note. You can tell they don't appear as if they have the ability to grab onto you guys anymore.
Oh.
Yes.
And then
Or at least
like
that one you socked
I
up.
put my
The other one
I
still
know
looks
you're affected,
somewhat
right?
massive.
Yeah.
You are still
Oh, hey,
I
I need to roll
back
wild
down.
magic for that fireball. Nope.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'm blind again, but I'm
Alright. you're blind fighting again.
yeah.
If you, just remember, if you are blind, they get advantage when attacking you. But these guys don't have an attack action. However, they can float into you more easily.
They can aggressively float
I
into you.
have a decent aim.
So it is now Rourke's turn.
Take care of them, little sluggy. And I'm gonna have that will end my action and then go into my slug's action.
Alright, so the slug...
And tongue a creature.
he does more than tongue. He gives them the whole slug throat as he goes around.
Nice.
Like
Yeah.
Kirby.
Essentially, yes. But he doesn't get his powers.
Is anyone else strangely aroused by that? I mean, not me. I mean, are any of you?
With that, the second swarm goes. And it floats onto Drexel.
Oh,
And
I closed my
Drexel, make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
13.
Oh, that's a 6.
You are
That's a
now
5.
okay. You are now blind, and it is attempting to rip your eyeballs out of your socket. So yeah, its little peepers are climbing up into your blindfold,
stop
trying to get in, and it's latched. If you fail again, it will remove your eyes from your sockets, and you will be permanently blind.
Should be fine. I wouldn't worry.
Don't worry, Drexy.
Like going to grab and
Hang off, mate! It's getting me eyes! Me eyes!
And with that, we move to the top of initiative, where that swarm from before was eaten by a slug. And it's one of those things, he was low in hit points. The only thing he could do is float away at that point and hope to eventually get a gaze. Your slug ate him.
Nice.
sluggy boy.
That's the one I punching back.
So it is Beatrix's turn.
Beatrix. That's all I got.
Can no one joke her?
I'm just kidding.
No one's gonna pull a Lydia on that.
No one else does that.
Only I mimic and mock. Thank you. Okay, so where is the other swarm that I can hurt? It's hurting her.
Yeah, it's trying to it's pulling her eyeballs out.
Tight.
You can't go blind, I have to move in with one of you! What? Incentive.
Dang, man. Utilitas hit again with some bits, dude.
Stump did hit again right before
Stump
that.
did too, I know.
Yeah,
Goodness.
My goodness.
guys are the best.
1850.
Okay.
Closer,
That
aren't
was a
we?
good year.
I would
bad.
like to hit
That's
that.
great.
Pre-war.
You guys have
Antebellum. You know?
Have you painted those Civil War minis you got?
Mildred Crabapple was alive in 1850. In fact, she was 20 years old.
I would like to.
Flags.
I would like to
Oh my
hit that
God.
swarm with a ranged spell attack. If I may.
You may attempt. What spell are you hitting it
Malia.
with?
Guiding bolt.
Okay.
Hey, do it, Malia.
Radiant.
Immune to guiding bolt. No, it's
Stab
not
me
immune
with
to
your
guiding bolt.
jabby,
Guiding
Malia.
bolt hits it.
Yeah, it's radiant damage.
All right.
And that's 46.
It is. Are you doing it at a higher level?
Yeah.
Are you doing it at maximum level?
Again, why not? Yeah. 66. 1, 2, 3,
Careful.
4.
When you roll this, let me know if you get a 20 or higher.
I will. Steven's gonna have to tell me though, because I
got you on dungeon math. I can't even read
Those look
half
like
your
some
dice.
low rolls.
10.
22.
All right. So describe how you slay the second Oculus swarm.
Okay, so it's like a swarm, and then my guiding bolt hits it, and then it just erupts into like this bright white.
Confetti. Oh.
Actually, like since I'm
A piñata?
using the
Candies?
lady luck, it's gonna hit it, and then just like coins are gonna.
Nice.
Can I use my deflect missiles
Oh
to
my
catch
goodness!
all
Likes
of
the
the
villain
coins?
another $5.
before
Thank
they
you.
hit?
Hey,
Thank you, likes the
thank you.
villain. Nice job on the stream.
This side of the table is very effective.
We should use this.
Drexel's been doing
I did have my one.
I did okay.
Off for like minimum damage.
It was a team effort.
Yeah.
Sluggy did okay.
Yeah. Can I
So-
use deflect missiles to catch all the coins before they hit the ground?
Yes, every single one of them.
I'm sticking with the silverware.
Yeah, fill it up with your Ishbu pants. With that, the statue that was glowing begins to speak.
But I got a coin to spend.
It explains that you have
Makes sense.
proven yourself worthy, and it has selected you to be her new champions in this age, and she grants you a permanent +2 to your wisdom. And it
Hello, DC is
goes
going
up.
up.
And also, she explains that if you find her again, the reward will be much greater. And with that, you feel time and space warp around you. You awake in the field before the Elder Mount. The temple's gone. These temples vanish, teleport, and come and go. It is the last temple, but if you do find her temple again, she will honor it based on the amount of deeds you do for her. So
it's like
hi, D&D Paige. She's playing in Friday's One Shot. When that is the conclusion of the adventure. We apologize for doing
I don't even know how we lived. To be honest, we didn't.
What it is you
that.
started using your attack spells on this worm.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, my attack spell.
Attack spell.
Yes, I have one attack spell. Hey, if I may, quickly, guys, if you are new, make sure you give us a follow. So we stream Sunday nights and Tuesday nights regularly, also Saturday nights. Just good old-fashioned in-person D&D with lots of silly goofs. We're fortunate to live close to both Lindy and Grant and try to get them, close-ish. Close enough for the occasional, right?
Stone's throw.
Lindy more so.
Lindy
Yeah,
more
like
so.
a
That's
neighbor.
right. That's right.
We're in the same town, basically.
I had a fly-in from Seattle. No.
On his private helicopter, of course.
Grant
Yes,
drove down here in a car where his air conditioner wasn't working and it was 100 degrees today.
That's right.
So
Cut out
That
halfway.
deserves some more.
Yeah. Thank you, Grant. Thank you for doing it.
Thanks
And
to
guys,
chat. Over $200 raised.
yeah, that is awesome. That's
$220
crazy
for
awesome.
charity.
yeah, I was going to
Thank
say,
you.
as you can see, that progress bar up there, Grant has single-handedly championed this, made almost $1,900 for Safe House, and has been an absolute machine.
Yeah,
This is
for
what,
real.
game like 8 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've played a lot with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of D&D for a good cause. What more do you want?
It's a lot of preparing adventures with very short time and trying to promote, and anyone can sign up to play. I've really enjoyed exploring some different systems, and it's for an excellent cause. So thank you all so much for those donations. It really is a team effort, and with all these groups coming out and playing these games, it's making miracles happen in other people's lives. So thank you.
Yes. Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for donating. Thank you.
Yeah, for real.
All right, well, let's pay it forward. Let's go raid somebody. Let's see, who do I see that I... Oh, we're going to raid Welcome Party. It's been a while since we've ended before they did.
Yeah.
So we're going to go raid...
Someone is asking y'all, how do I donate? D&D page.
Oh, yeah,
D&D
yeah.
page. If
I'll
you
show
scroll
you.
right down... actually, I'll just
hands.
send you the link
Those little
right
hands
now. Yep.
holding.
Click on the hands. I'm going to paste the link right now.
And it's really great because it takes PayPal, which was surprising to know
Yeah.
because I love using PayPal.
Well, let's wait
Yeah.
a second.
Yeah,
And
okay.
then let's
Yeah, we'll-
chat
we'll-
a second.
we'll hang for
I
just
want
a
to
quick
see if
second.
the
Yeah.
dodgy. Yeah.
Oh, man. Don't shoot. Dude.
Oh
You're
my god.
The man.
We're gonna have to have these carry over to
Yeah,
the game.
yeah, we're gonna start with lots of Geordie LaForge Breaker.
Oh my gosh.
Inspiration on our
Utilitize,
next game.
private message me on Discord your address. We're gonna mail you something tight.
Yeah, for sure.
More than earned, and we will start with a bunch of inspo for Strahd. How about for Sunday night Strahd? We will start with some inspiration. Awesome, you guys are the best. Thank you so much. This was so exciting. Just one more final plug. We've got a Discord link right down below. We would love for you guys to come and chat with us. You too, also. I know you're probably got 14 Discords. So
You know,
we get it.
I got rid of most of them because I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't talk to anyone about
Listen,
social anxiety.
I'm not biased at all. Ours is the best.
It is,
It's the
for
best
sure.
out there. The
100%.
people are incredible. They're hilarious
I'm accepting
and good
the invite now.
friends,
I'm going
and you
right
should
in.
totally join the Discord. You should follow us here on Twitch if you'd like. And we also have a podcast that we've just started, so it's a good way to listen in the car or whatever. Cobalt, the
Yes,
Cobalt
they're
podcast
nice.
is going up. You can
Yes.
hear Lindy in the podcast soon.
Her and Raven made out.
Yeah, there's
We
some
did.
fun making out going
so
on.
far, Raven and Lindy have made out as characters. She adopted Lydia and married me in the last game that Grant.
Oh, but
correct,
I'm
yeah.
also now married to someone through
You are
poop
married
portal.
through the poop portal. That's
Yeah.
right. That doesn't need
Whoa.
explaining. It doesn't need explaining.
We're okay.
I think that's all the plugs I had. Sorry about this.
Oh, the 333.
Yes, I knew there was something I was forgetting. If you look down very at the bottom, just under the red vines, or, well, the logo obscured sweet licorice candy,
There we go.
you will see
Our
a bar we have
sponsor.
going on. We are working with, is it Libris?
Libras?
Lisa
Libris? I don't
Libris
speak Latin.
Arcana.
I don't speak Latin. Libris Arcana, who are a dice subscription service, which is super cool. So once we hit 333 subscribers in our third month of streaming, we are going to give away 3 months worth of subscription to that dice service. So once we get there, the moment we hit 333, we will do a raffle for people who are present. So anyways, that's it for the shameless plugs. I'm so sorry to get that all out of the way. Grant, one more time, thank you so much. It's absolutely incredible. I'm going to launch
letting
the
us slug it
raid
up.
right now.
I love
Here
that
it comes.
That banana slug swallowed the Oculus.
That was
Yep.
awesome.
Someone had to.
Banana Slug MVP, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, my spells were also maybe MVP.
Sure.
The first one had no effect, and then the second one had no effect.
Oh,
and then
my
the third
spells
one
were
had
awesome.
below average damage by a lot.
The darkness.
Yeah, you were
Darkness.
good. You were good.
Darkness.
All right,
What about
we're
my
gone.
sneak attacks?
Yeah, they were really good too. Thank you guys so much
Catch us in
again.
the Discord.
You're the best. See you in Discord.
Yeah.
Bye.
Boy.
Tight.
Right.